we are officially ready to kickstart Massive Strike Week 3. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Thank you for your returned viewership. I appreciate you guys coming back, and hope you enjoyed Week 1/2 or both.
Sorry that I'm the most unorganized dude ever. It's been a savage few days.
No, Ryan's been commentating the Quake Pro League finals for like the last 3 days in a row, and they've been like 12 hours each day, so he's been a little bit busy, you could say. But welcome to the stream, guys. Of course, we have Mortal Kombat 11 planned all day today as part of our European and CIS tournament series. This is the third and final week of qualifiers. To remind you guys, the format, Massive Strike is a 3-week-long qualifying series where top 3 of Week 1 and 2 will qualify for our 8-man final, and top 2 of Week 3, which is today, will qualify for our 8-man final. The 8-man final is next week and has a prize pot of, right now, minimum $2,000. I haven't checked the match arena today, but we do have the link up that we can have a look as we go. It is minimum $2,000, as we started things off with £1,000 of our own money to start the pot. And then you guys, our lovely community and the viewer base, have raised at least another $1,000 on top of that. So it's looking like a pretty sizable payday, and it is the top 8-man payout. So every qualified player will get some cash, but we want to make this as big of a spectacle as possible. So those of you watching at home while I make this room, here's the graphic. We have a command in chat. The crowdfund command will take you through to the match arena. If you want to donate to the prize pool to give players as much as possible to play for, to make this as big a spectacle as possible, that is where you can do that. So if you do want to donate, feel free. Obviously, there is no obligation to. If you just want to tune in, just hang out, that's totally fine. It's just there for those that want to do something on top of it. Right, I think we are good to go. Yes, the Massive Strike room has been made again. And to remind you guys at home watching, have to remember, if you are playing in the tournament, I cannot stress this enough, please do keep an eye on all forms of communication that your opponents might have with you. Smash GG and PlayStation messages, keep an eye on them. If your opponent is trying to get in touch, that is how they will do it. If you have Discord, check Discord. We do have a Discord room as well. If you go to, and let's have a look. If you go to Discord in chat, if you're one of our players, that Discord is our sub-Discord, but it does have a free room, which is the Massive Strike just text channel. Our admins are on standby. We have Zorro is joining our admin team today to just give us an extra pair of hands. So it should be good. And you guys are saying that there is a trailer, a friendship trailer on Twitter? Okay, well, we will watch that later on, because right now we have a tournament to start. How do you check in? Check Smash GG. Individual games, you want the Smash GG is going to be where you check into your matches individually.
On the in-game notifications, they've actually changed MK9 Scorpion's eyes to white now as well.
Sick. Alright, guys. Remember, top 2 today. Top 2 today are qualifying. So it's no longer winners finals is the safety net. Right, we want to get some streamed games up and running, don't we? Alright. Right. Right, just getting a link to the stream queue so we can see what games we have going on. Oh dear.
So for those that, just to refresh everyone's memories, qualified players currently are, Video Games Yo, Josh TQ, do Basic. They came from week 1, and then week 2 was Arn, Kratos, Atadamata, and Sikander, who won the tournament last week. I am keeping every goddamn thing crossed that we do not encounter the player tech issues that we had last week.
I mean, to be fair, like I still stand true to it that I'm happy that that was our only issue, and it was something that had literally nothing to do with us. So overall, it was a net positive. Obviously, we have more players today. We have over 200 players in today's bracket.
Whoa, hold up. What?
Huh?
We've actually broken 200 people for week 3.
Yeah.
What? You guys are mad. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. And have a good tournament today, lads.
Right. I believe our first match is going to be Stutter versus Disarted. So if you guys can pop into the stream room, I'm going to see if I can get a link to the stream queue now. Right, okay. Stream queue, stream queue, stream queue. I don't know if we actually have one yet.
Do not have a stream queue.
Not sure. Well, regardless, it's going to be Stutter versus Desarted. So let me have a quick look at where that is. Okay, here we go. Right, yeah, Stutter versus Desarted. Right, if you guys
Mustard's
can...
quiet compared to ketchup. Well, then I assume that would just mean that just means that I'll need to be
I just turned down Ryan. That's all.
turned down. Yeah. This light is so not here.
But I don't want to turn you down to the point that you can barely be heard, because I know it's a little bit odd.
No, it's lights in the way. Fuck. Yeah. I need to. Yeah.
What even is that?
It's my light.
I just see a stand floating around.
Well, I just accidentally turned this monitor off, so I don't want to a bit too much. Well, I just got a new monitor because an old one had to be replaced.
Shelford in chat says, "Hey, Ketchup, great job commentating Quake yesterday. Was super hype. I heard the games were sick."
Bro, we genuinely, like, even though it was online, we had, like, sorry, I don't even know how to fucking speak today. This is the good thing about doing our stream and not Quake, is that I can say fuck, but I'm not gonna say it too much, but I can. It's just my thingy, and that. God, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, we had the best kind of like single collection of matches yesterday, and not even yesterday, the whole weekend. Like, we had so many overtimes, you could fit like an entire extra series on top.
Dude, Quake overtimes don't fuck around. They're like...
No, Jake, bro, like one of the most insane overtime was it was Toxic versus Wenger Blood Covenant, and neither of them got a single frag in the 10 minutes, and it went into overtime, and it took a further 10 extra minutes plus for one of them to get the frag. Wenger got it in the last minute. But
King
I mean,
of the
Tox
Fist,
already
so I'm
had...
going to quickly interrupt just to say thank you to King of the Fist for the 5-month resub. Did Foxy remember to sign up this week? No, he is absolutely signed up, so that's all good.
But even then, Tox had a blood. I'm sure it was. Tox had a crazy, stupid long overtime against Cooler as well to even reach that point.
Stutter and Desarted, you guys are our first streamed game. Can we get you guys to join the Massive Strike room, please? Remember, as a quick shout out, guys, if you are playing on stream and you are going to be on our, well, yeah, playing on stream, join the Massive Strike room. It makes it infinitely easier for us to invite you in. Get yourselves in the Massive Strike room. We'll make the King of the Hills. The
DQ time, it should be, isn't it about like 15 minutes or something, Jake? I'm sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it's 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's 20 minutes. I don't know for sure. When in doubt, ask an admin. Last I checked, it was 20 minutes, but it might have changed. So, but as long as you're here and you're checked in, you have nothing to worry about. Okay, it's 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. If you're here, you've got nothing to worry about. There we go. Decide and start. They're both here. I assume it's Desarted squad. Right. All right, my dudes. I think we are good to go for our first match of the stream. Right. Wasting no time. James Storm, thank you for the 11-month resub as well. Of course, guys, sorry there won't be any notifications on this stream because we don't want it to get in the way of the action. But if you do support, if you do subscribe or you resub, we massively appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Right. I am very excited to watch the friendship trailer. In fact, I think I'm going to in fact, I might watch it in between, like, top 16 and top 8, maybe, or something like that.
I think we should do it as an interval.
Yeah,
I want to watch
we should do it. We should do it.
I saw a screenshot on Twitter of classic Melina next to Katana, and...
Uh-oh. It's only a minute long? That's alright, we can still watch it. Right, AFK. Remember to AFK, Ryan. That's one thing you need to be able to do, like, just instinctively.
I'll tell you what, guys, the true tech. So you're watching me having a late breakfast at the moment. Bourbons and tea.
Right, alright, I think we're good to go to our first game, don't you? Welcome, guys! Massive Strike Week 3, kicking it off with Stutter versus Desarted.
Is there law with Baby Raiden? Kid Thunder, mate.
Kid Thunder? Wait, Baby Raiden? Guys, you're spoiling it! 60 seconds of spoilers.
Oh yeah, don't spoil it. I didn't realize that was a bad spoiler, so I didn't really care.
Oh, it's I don't really care, but Kid Thunder. Have you ever seen a Raiden transformation?
I've never seen a Kano transformation.
I love that so much. I've never seen a Kano transformation. Okay. I think, yes, we are going to start. You can't really spoil it. I know, I'm only kidding around.
Friendship. Friendship. Again.
Okay, so we have over 200 people ready to play today. We're going to have a fat bracket. And we're starting off with Raiden because we've got Stutter.
As a certain Zandig would say, Jesus!
Zandig! No one does this to Zandig! Zandig would be a
It
Raiden
took
main.
5 of them! It took 5 of them! Just as pain! Oh.
Zandig would be a Geras main. It took 5 nerfs! It took 5 of them! Alright, now of course Stutter, Raiden loyalist through and through. On that Thunder wave. Ooh, and Soul Eater from Disarted. Definitely a variation that is one of the more slept on, I find, in the game. The weird thing about Soul Eater is that it's actually... It's hard to find a reason to pick it over Warlock, but it's not bad by its own means, right? It's one of those variations that is absolutely not bad. It's just Warlock is so good, it's hard to kind of really find a place for it. But it still works in a lot of matchups. Ooh, he just held that. Oh, he couldn't cancel, that's why.
Shouts to Mr. Aquaman in chat and holding one killer Coliseum finale last night.
Guys, spam your favorite emotes in chat for Mr. Aquaman. I think he deserves it.
Confirm. All right. We're going to go for the Fatal Blow and cash out. We're going to get a knockdown situation here. Stutter, like you said, a Raiden loyalist through and through. He's attended a fair few hyper combos now, and it's kind of the first time he'd ever really played offline. So he's a bit of a hungry competitor for MK11. Just wants to get as much experience as he can. Hang out with the lads. Show some Raiden tech. The block.
Oh, down one finish. Very cringe.
No skill.
Round 2, fight.
I had to throw that in there, because that's probably how a lot of you guys recognize Stutter. He's in a lot of VGY's parties. He's the very cringe guy. Ooh! The knee just goes straight through. You're picking Soul Eater for certain matchups? I mean, I know that obviously there are like Shang mains that have tried it and have used it in tournament for specific things. Like obviously Kratos comes to mind a lot, but Soul Eater definitely is a good character by its own means. That right there, that smoke parry is arguably the best anti-projectile move in the game. Oh, and there's the max distance crushing blow. Nice chunk of damage. You can use it as a combo ender, but it can be finicky. But just by itself, it's a big chunky damage.
Getting clippity-clipped by the 1-1.
You're just going to say what everyone is thinking. Geras and Sindel need buffs. Can we get a timeout on Meru FGC in chat, please, guys? Thank you.
Timeout? I'm thinking ban, mate.
Oh,
I told you, one chance. I told you.
But here's the crazy thing about Soul Eater. Like, Soul Eater gets overshadowed by Warlock so many times, but it actually still does a lot of what... It gets to use... you don't have the same kind of, like, long-range game. Obviously, losing the corpse is big. Losing ground eruption is big. Your only projectile is the straight skull. But all of your buttons, all of your normals, you still get to use as much as ever, right? You still get to use 114 to a full combo on hit with the Ermac lift. You still get to, you know, have... I mean, against characters that struggle against, like, the -8, -9 of Rain Kick, you can, you know, go for some somewhat gimmicky cancels, but it is there. You do have 2 launches you can go to with Rain Kick or Ermac. Obviously, you can't be zoned by a lot of characters because of the smoke parry existing. And you get a true mix-up with the Reptile Slide that you don't get elsewhere, really. Reptile Slide, or... It's back 1 Reptile Slide or back 1, you know, string finish for the safe KB. Your offense does... you know, change somewhat in Soul Eater. You get a lot of interesting options, but you lose that strong neutral control of the corpse and the ground eruptions. But it's a trade-off, right? You swap the dry style for more offense.
Jake, Foxy's having problems with his disc reader at the moment.
Oh my god.
I am gonna be so upset if he finally enters and his disc reader's like messed up.
That would be so unfortunate.
No, we're gonna pull rank here. Don't DQ him. Not yet. Until he can figure out. Well, surely he's got a buy in the bracket, surely. So like,
probably.
That doesn't give him an extra 3 out of 5's worth of time. Everyone else in this competition is probably sitting there thinking, "Come on, disc reader, stay fucked." Oh,
he's about a remote. He's about a remote play on someone else's. Although to be fair, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't remote play in tournament.
Trying to go for the... Oh, that's the ugliest thing about Soul Eater Shang Tsung is that the highest source of damage that you get is ending it in a down 2. It does look so rotten, but damage is damage. Unfortunately for Stutter, this Liu Kang pick has not worked. He goes for the mix-up, okay. Opts not to use the crushing blow, even though there was no breakaway. What? Stutter having a hard time getting a footing around anything that Disarted is actually doing on the defense here. Wake up, neutral jump 3.
I know it is double, yeah.
Pow.
Solia definitely on the lower damage of things. But if you have the second bar, sticks out the crushing blow. Can't extend too much. I like the little micro dashes ones for the corner carry. So in the corner you could extend it more. Oh, trying to wake up jump, but Stutter gets tagged, and there's the lift. Another game Disarted, looking really solid so far. Remember,
But I'd
guys,
like
first to 3 all the way. Just we haven't actually said it yet, but yeah, same as last week. First to 3 from start to finish.
I would like to see Stutter be a little bit more respectful on defense. I think he's trying too hard to kind of wiggle out of everything that's going on so far, and he is just getting clipped every single time. Imagine one of the Doom Eternal Hell Priests buffing Shang so he can morph into the Icon of Sin. A wise man once said, the longer the Icon of Sin is on Earth, the stronger he'll become.
Yeah, but he could just become you, though, instead. I'd rather him become Cyrax, for example. Icon of Cyrax.
Not another guest character.
That's what they should just make. They should make a Shang Tsung DLC where he is only morphing into guest characters, so he can be the guest character slot. The price to pay is Shang never gets to play as Shang, but it means that all the guest characters are one slot. How about that? What an idea that is.
Doug Bradley from Hellraiser saying, "Your soul is mine."
Liu Kang, what are you doing? Still
What do we
there.
think? This is an interesting question. While we load in, so starts going all over the character select board. What do we think of the Syraxan Sector skin? I will be honest, actually. I'm disappointed because I am going to unironically play RoboCop because I'm actually a really big fan of the first movie and I've been revisiting it after he's come in and I'm like, man, RoboCop really was pretty damn cool. So I'm going to play RoboCop for RoboCop, not like all the way through. Like I'm still going to play Noob as well. But I would have much preferred RoboCop to have everything his own, and I'm disappointed that he's got kind of reference to the Borg moves because I'd rather the Borgs if I'm going to have their moves. You know what I mean? I want to play RoboCop for RoboCop, not RoboCop using someone else's moveset. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I was actually more excited for RoboCop until I saw those extra moves.
And the skin looks cool, but I'd rather it go to the actual characters. But that's a discussion for another day.
How dare you stand where they stood?
Starter finishes the unsafe string. Disarted. Ooh, the mix! I feel like every character that has overheads in the string, like, you have to lab what that mix-up is actually like. Because I feel like it's so uncommon to see that, where you have, you know, the low interactable, that when you actually see it, like, used as a mix-up, I don't think it's ever been blocked. I don't think I've ever seen that used as a mix-up and ever been blocked a single time. It always catches people. We're Disarted on the verge of a 3-0 to start things off right here with this clean Solia. Solia is so cool.
I mean, Stutter, the fact of the matter is, he's trying really hard to kind of like play his own character, but he's not necessarily playing around this Solia matchup. You know, there's very much a kind of player matchup that I think Stutter should show a lot of respect for, but he's getting clipped in the neutral almost immediately, and then he's struggling to deal with this up-close pressure that is just being laid on thick like peanut butter, extra crunchy. Looking like it's going to be the end of the round, though. Poor old Stutter had a hard time this time round.
Oh, he has the bar. That is
100%
death. Oh, and the brutal finish.
Yes.
Now that was a game of just Disarted being comfortable and playing well. That's all that was. Not only was he just clean on the reads, clean on the offense, big decisions, right? We saw wake up jump punch a couple of times on like late Oki jump attempts from Stutter. Yeah, that was it. Decided. Played super clean, and that's the reward. It's going to be a clean 3-0. And back we go out. Thank you very much for the resub, Darlo Ace. Thank you for the 7 months. Hey, yo. Thanks, mate. Right, that's it. Dude, I'm seeing chat talk about the Friendship trailer so much that it makes me want to watch it. But we will wait. We will wait. We will wait. All right.
I've never seen a Kano transformation.
Have you ever seen a Raiden transformation? Right.
Kid Wonder!
Hang on. Right, I'm going to open up this. I'm actually going to open up the match arena as well now, so I can have a look at that too. Right, let's see what our next game is going to be. Of Of course, we have our admins working tirelessly behind the scenes to get these first round games underway. If you do have any disputes, please do contact an admin.
Imagine not knowing Kid Thunder in 2020. Muffin, like, bro, like, it's that there is an entire generation there's an entire generation that has never seen a Kano transformation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
There's a whole generation full of people that don't know that Cyrax can do the Charleston.
That makes me sad, dude. You need Corpse Explosion as a turning meter for Shang Tsung. I mean, Shang Tsung has so many customs that you could absolutely just... There are so many different viable ways he could be played with customs that just are like a little bit of everything. Kid Thunder is Raiden's friendship in MK2. A little kid in the Raiden outfit comes out and it says Kid Thunder at the bottom of the screen. Right, I've asked for the stream queue because I cannot seem to find out where it is. But that was a round 1 game, so do we have any round 2 games ready to go? Who is playing? Let's have a look.
Yeah, well, I got myself a 144 hertz monitor at last.
Really?
I did. Amy's monitor downstairs finally kicked the bucket, so she has my sort of crappy HD one that I've had as my secondary monitor for years and years. The one that we take to hyper combo.
Okay,
but it gave me a
gonna
reason to finally get a proper monitor.
Okay, so...
I always thought that Sector's friendship was weird in MK3. It was very not Sector for that random test your strength to appear and he gets a mallet.
And Cyrax just doing the Charleston is very Cyrax, is it?
Well, at least that's like just
I'm
something
gonna interrupt.
that he does.
Falcon and Arsene Rollins are ready on stream. We have our queue. We have our queue.
I can see Flet.
Yes, we have. Okay, so we'll say it one at a time as and when, because last thing we need is for it to change. Obviously, we're going to go by the same we had last time, so we're going to stick on pools for not as little as possible, but we are going to move through to next rounds as fast as we can, because there's definitely a lot of potential for... I think our time management was really good last week, and I want to kind of keep that again. But Falcon and Arsene Rollins, please join the room.
Yo, stream, while we wait. You're getting me nostalgic. It's reminding me of this boss figure that we got. Jake and I ordered them as soon as they were available. I don't know if you can really see them on the camera, but we got these thingies right here. Hang on, let me show you. We got these new figures that come out for a bunch of MK characters. Finally, Cyrax and Sector. It's mirrored. You know, obviously it's gonna be mirrored here, but these like MK3 edition Cyrax and Sector. We got 2 though because this version is a website exclusive and it comes with the flame burner fatality as well as the compactor and stuff like that. It's like an extra prop. It's not going to be used for anything. Like I'm never gonna open this, but we've got it's sick. I never get tired of seeing Sector, man. Look at him. Oh,
funny you should mention that, innit?
Look, compactor. Fun fact, the compactor is my favorite Mortal Kombat fatality of all time. It's so good.
Go check it out. We're going to totally derail the show by showing these sick figurines. They actually are mad cool. It's actually super high quality. So guys, we're just waiting for Arsene Rollins to join the lobby. Is he here yet? I actually don't know if his PSN name is the same as his like Smash GG name. I'm getting stuck on my chair. Come on. There we go.
You're fine to prefer Cyrax over Sector. Lots of people are wrong.
Wow, shut up, bitch.
Well, fuck off, dickhead.
Okay. I don't know where this person is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe he's not here.
I mean, we'll move on to the next one then in that case. Shaz and Flet. We'll move on to Shaz and Flet.
Yeah, let's do that. AR video games, I agree with you entirely. I mean, honest to God, I like playing as NPC characters for PC mods because it's just really, you almost feel like you've cracked the Da Vinci Code. I really enjoy doing it in MKX, and I enjoy doing it in 11 too. But the reality is, I would just prefer Sector normally because it true, like his MK11 visuals truly are like my favorite visuals he's ever had.
Shaz, if you're
flip the
watching,
camera? No.
Shaz, we need you to join the room, guys. If
in the UK WhatsApp.
yeah, he should be. If your game is showing up as a streamed game on Smash GG, please join the Massive Strike room. If it's telling you it's on stream, please join the Massive Strike room. Because I'm seeing an entire load of streamed queue games, and I'm not seeing any of you guys actually in the room. So please join the room. If your game is on Smash GG as a streamed game, please join the room.
Log on to Twitch and see a makeup stream. It's not really algorithm. There's front page promotion is time slot focused. And it's territory specific. It is time slot specific. It's not necessarily related to what you experience on Twitch, and then Twitch tries to recommend you stuff. It's not like YouTube. Twitch is like specific slots are given to people at certain times. There's hella people that do makeup streams and stuff, and they'll get front page time. And if anyone else that doesn't know about it watches it and goes, "Oh, that's pretty cool," that's why it's there.
All right. So what's going on here then? Where's Shaz?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. Not again. Who likes Reptile more than Reptile/Smoke? I think of the two, I think I prefer Smoke to Reptile, but that's because Reptile's probably been one of my least favorite ninjas. Not that I dislike. Do I have a cold? No, I just my allergies are acting up, unfortunately, and I'm quite run down. So
okay, Shaz and
combine
Flat are now
those.
here. There we go. Shaz versus Flat is good to go. Invites have gone out.
Yeah, I'm mildly allergic to my rabbit, so I have to take antihistamines, but sometimes it acts up anyway. You meant Ermac. Oh, now if it's the three, Ermac is my favorite of the three. My biggest regret is that I never. You know what? My biggest regret is that I
Ryan,
never.
you get it?
I got it. My biggest regret is that I never played Ermac in the modern games, but I played him a ton in the old ones. Like, he was one of my favorite characters to play in Ultimate MK3. He was one of my favorites in the 3D games. And then I was just riding the Rain and Sector train so hard in the modern games that I just, for some reason, didn't look at Ermac that much. I don't even know why. I think it's because Ermac is a bit slower in modern games. I really enjoyed Ermac in the 3Ds and especially Ultimate because he was like super high octane and his game plan was like speedy fast. And he's a bit more slow and reserved in the modern games, which isn't quite my cup of tea. But I've always loved Ermac as a character. He's been one of my kind of hidden more favorite characters compared to everyone else. Are rabbits good pets? Yeah, man, they're wonderful. You got to know how to take care of them though. They're a lot more higher maintenance than a cat or a dog or something. But my little lad Tao is like the best pet I've ever had. And I love him. Anyway, Flet versus Shaz. Flet, a lot of people in CIS and Russia will recognize him. Shaz, a bit of a UK, enthusiastic UK player for sure.
I mean, Shaz has just been, a big name we see a lot in the UK and MK11 specifically, right? It's always been Jade. That's been the big thing about Shaz. He's been like the UK's resident kind of Jade from day one. But it's definitely gone from strength to strength. But of course, Flat, we know, powerhouse from Russia. Has been playing competitively in NetherRealm for a long time, and Johnny Cage, not a terrible character to set on, but has been a Johnny Cage player for a long time in Mortal Kombat.
I just realized I've got to take allergy meds.
This is a tournament. This is Massive Strike. This is our European and CIS competitive league that will take place over 4 weeks. We're in week 3 currently. We're trying to see who will qualify. Our 4th and final week is an 8-man final. Top 3 of week 1 and 2 made it, and top 2 of today will make it into the finals. So next week is the big finale. We're excited for that, but we have plenty of games left to go to see who will get those spots. Right, now Jade versus Johnny is an odd one, where it's kind of tough. Where I feel like whenever I see Jade players talk about this matchup, it's either like one or the other. They either say that Jade loses it or that Jade, can compete quite well. Because Johnny Cage, whether you're playing against Showstopper or whether you're playing against Outtake, I think I'm fairly sure in chat. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that Jade is one of the characters, one of the females in the game that Force Balls actually do jail on, so I think she has to hold the pressure. which does change the matchup quite a lot. As you can see, Shaz not having too much problems right now as he keeps this corner pressure going. Tried to duck there, but Fleck called it out, and there's the whiff punish. He's actually dead. This does so much. Oh my god.
I mean, even without it, that's one of the best brutalities in the game. That's like probably the most savage brutality that I think we've seen in 11. It reminds me so much of Leatherface from Mortal Kombat X. Butcher Leatherface. Man, I love that character.
Not a comparison I thought Jade would ever be having. Is Jade? She's just like Leatherface.
Man, I know a lot of people didn't like Leatherface as a character, but I thought he was sick. Maybe it's because
I've got
a huge soft spot for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I mean, I like the movies, but
Killer was great.
I wasn't too fussed from him on a gameplay. Watching him was fun, but
Webby asks, "Is that a whiff when you miss?" Yeah, an attack whiffing basically is missing, doesn't connect. The term whiff punish, meaning you've punished someone's whiff. Basically, it's self-explanatory, but once you get it, it makes a lot more sense.
But that's definitely always been one of the stronger things, low-key, that Jade can do in Jaded is back two. So wiggle stick straight into amplified volt. That is legitimately like just 20% damage, at least, right there and then.
The best guest character in every NRS game, or probably Predator. I think my money's on Predator there. Predator or Alien.
I would say Alien and Predator are the best designed. I'm not like competitively balanced aside. No, Alien was a bit overtuned, but from a design perspective, I thought Alien and Predator were like masterfully done. From like a style perspective, visuals, animations, they were sick. All the variations were so interesting. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Flet now 1 game down. Ooh, didn't fuzzy the overhead. And Chaz keeping it safe, an immediate crushing blow. And of course, there's the breakaway. Jade obviously limited on her abilities to get big damage on you. So if she does go for one of those big crushing blows, you can definitely go for that breakaway. Absolutely worth it. Oh, that was a cute little air to air. Flet getting the micro dashes on point to squeeze as much damage as possible.
And Shaz trying to play that kind of patient game from far away. The glow now gives him a little bit more of a green light to be aggressive up here. Plus frames. Backdash from Flet. I like his backdash on those micro plus frames just to not even challenge it. Ooh.
Man like Nivek in chat, how's it going, my dude? You can see that chip damage, but again, Shaz. Flet knowing that even though he is plus off of those force balls, you're not going to be guaranteed anything mid-screen. And you have to be careful going for dash-up pressure against a Jade that just wants to walk back and stick out the wiggle stick.
Scouted out the jump in. Ooh, yeah, should be it.
Yeah,
this is showstopper after all. Unbreakable. Ugh. Man, I love watching that unbreakable damage. Don't like playing against it, but I like watching it.
Funner to watch than receive.
Like most strong things in fighting games.
Uh-oh.
Full combo.
Ooh, that was super dangerous from Shaz there. He went for a breakaway and immediate wake up down 1. That could have been a meaty, but Flet wasn't quite ready for it.
Restand. Oh, big whiff there from Jade, but Flet's not going to worry about that too much, is he?
Wait, what?
We're out. Okay.
That was super weird.
Thinking emoji.
Oh, there we go. Shaz literally back to the wall without the resources, but still making big reads on those ducks. And the big thing here is forcing another breakaway out of Flet. Uh-oh, but this is dangerous. Now chip damage can start being a problem, but no, the glow. For maybe one of the first times in the entire set, we see the glow actually be able to come in and down 1 counter poke. And someone is lumping around. My floor is shaking. Hang on a second.
What's going on?
I think it's my next door neighbor in the room next over. It's just like doing some housework. So my floor is just going like dong, 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 dong.
I've been commentating for at least 3 days straight, so I can only imagine that my next door neighbor's like, who is this shouty guy next door that's constantly shouting? 1-1, by the way. You think it would be cool if we got a Harry Potter guest character? No, it wouldn't. And Injustice would make a bit more sense, but Mortal Kombat, not a chance. Unless you want to watch Ron Weasley get his spine ripped out.
Bloody
hell!
Bloody hell! My lungs out. Put it back in. You bloody idiot!
I don't think my brain should be out like that.
Round 1, fight.
I'll never forget that scene with, I can touch you now. And then Harry's reaction to getting like burnt is, oh!
Oh, this is shockingly inappropriate timing, but it is funny. Dobby for KP2? That's a training dummy, maybe.
Nah, man, bro, he's already dead. He can't be in the game now. Sorry, alive people only for guest characters.
That's that big call out. I think Flet's recognized that Shaz is doing down ones on block into buttons a few times. So Flet, every time he blocks a down one now, he's just counter poking with straight up highs. And it's working.
Sorry, if you don't know that Dobby dies, you're not a real Harry Potter fan, are you?
Therefore, you don't have the right to complain.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dear. Oh, no, I like that little like dash up, even though he definitely wasn't guaranteed it. Oh, look at that!
Let's go!
Yo, I didn't know you could do that. It's like button into run into fatal blow and it would still combo. I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's like some, almost like Wonder Woman back 2 trait super in Injustice 1.
Oh, and there's the hit. Jade's back 3. Definitely one of the more underrated mids in the game.
Round 2. Fight.
That was really sick. Do you plan on making your own tier list? May as well wait until Aftermath, mate, at this point.
I mean, I did a full variation list on our YouTube. I did it on Twitch first. It's like a 2-hour video of me just talking about and rating every single competitive variation. It's the closest thing right for now. There's the front throw. Got escape failed. No, we don't.
I feel like PS1 Hagrid and I don't know what to do about it. Down one, down one, down one. Shaz being incredibly poke happy. And Jade, when Jade's got you in the corner, it's like even back in the beta, this is just a scary position because it's plus frames. Oh, wow. Okay. Flet, I'm going to be honest, a little bit lucky to get out of the corner there. That was just an odd exchange from Shaz, kind of almost giving the pressure up for free.
Well, luck or not, he was able to make the best of the situation. And there's the fuzzy. No! Oh! Now, I love the way Shaz alternates his pressure like that. Because he's noticed that Flet is getting hit by a lot of these overheads. The second he fuzzies an overhead, he throws out the 1-2. And he goes for the low. Like, immediately. Oh dear. But a clean jump in, and that's going to be tied up a piece. But no, I like the way that Shaz is going for that. Because Jade, she hasn't got any true 50-50s, really. But, like, it's all fuzzyable. But you still have to keep yourself on your toes. And you're seeing Shaz, he's alternating, you know, the stomp. He's alternating the overhead. The string with the low, like keeping Flet on his toes, which is clearly giving him some issues. He's been hit by the 1-2 crushing blow a lot, and the overhead has hit him definitely more than it's been blocked. Oh, but tried to whiff punish, but a little bit stubby. Oh, okay. That little cartwheel to go over the poke. I haven't seen that in a while.
Really enjoying Shaz's use of these buttons. Only been caught by really one jump in. It was the jump in that lost the round though, but been playing pretty safe.
Oh, you were saying
late anti. I mean, it looked like an anti-air attempt to me. Like MK9
100% was an anti-air. There's that down four so active. And there's the mind game, and again, Flet gets the down one, gets the jail. Oh, no, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. Each fight
he's getting caught trying to glow, and he's paying the price now. This is a horrible situation.
Oh, and that was definitely a call out on the glow. That was Flet just going, you are going to try and glow, and you're going to do it right now. That's exactly what... Well, I don't think the glow was what happened. I think Shaz just got tagged, but definitely almost saw it.
I mean, guys, if we're talking about Warner Brothers licenses, Gollum for KP2.
Oh, no. Shelob. Big spider. Sauron.
The Witch King of Angmar.
Samwise Gamgee for KP2.
I wasn't dropping no Easter, honest.
I dropped my combo, sir. I'm so sorry.
How much of this did you hear, Samwise Gamgee? Oh, something about realms and outworld and something about the big tournament to indoor tournaments, but I'm sure it's nothing.
Oh, dear. That's so bad. Oh, dear. Yes, this is... It's 2-1 now for Flets. Oh, it makes me so happy seeing Flet still playing and doing well. It just reminds me of the Pro League days where Flet was a commentator alongside us. There we go, full whiff punish.
Yuckburger, the first of two thing I'm almost absolutely willing to bet is a timing reason alone. In the first year, a lot of the tournaments, if they were first of three, absolutely would have overrun. 100,000%. Every tournament would have overrun because it would have taken a lot longer, especially back then when people don't know damage and stuff like that. Like, I still agree with the first year being first to 2.
Yeah,
and there's
year
also
one of the game
argument...
was just very safe, right? Customs were absolutely just not considered even in the slightest. Tournaments were first to 2. Like, it was all very safe scheduling, and it was all very, let's just make sure that there's, you know, we don't cause problems if there's no need for it, right? But that's where, obviously, going into this, as Fleck goes into match point, we now know the speed of the game. Obviously, this is online. We're not really under any time constraints. We can make it 3 out of 5, and it's what, you know, players want. You know, players get more games. If more tournaments do 3 out of 5, cool. If not, so be it. You know, it's just, it is what it is.
I mean, there's always the talking point that, like, it's kind of almost ugly as a TO to be like, let's now start making things first to 3 because we've dropped in numbers compared to year 1. We had, like, so many crazy numbers in the start of the tournaments. It's more about, it should be less about, okay, now we've got less players than we had at the start, like, for these big tournaments. It should be, okay, well, what can we do to grow, you know? And
Dude, that interactable did 300 damage. That was 298. I feel bad for Shaz in this game, though, because Shaz is constantly trying to whiff punish, but that's one of the bigger problems for Jade is her longer range buttons aren't the fastest. He's going for the mids to make himself a bit safer, because he could try whiff punish with wiggle stick, because it is good, but it's still a high. So if you're a little bit off the money, oh, but there it is again, the response down 1, and that deep jumping punch flat, jailing in, plus frames, and there's a hit. Okay, this is big for Shaz. Plus frames. Ooh, tried to catch the hit, confirmable wiggle stick, but Flet had the patience, he had the guarding, and that's going to do it. 3-1.
Falcon, I don't know if your match is going to be on stream now. I think the window is missed. We're trying to get through these pools, so we tend to be doing it.
Whose match? Who are we talking about?
You know, we were waiting on Falcon.
Falcon, play that game off stream, please. It was in the queue, and then your opponent wasn't joining the room, so it's unfortunately missed its spot. I'm afraid we have to continue.
I keep trying to give people a strong 2, and I give a 1 by mistake. Is Sikander playing? No, Sikander won last week, meaning he is one of our qualified players, and therefore we will see him next week in the finals. I'm glad we at least got Sikander's grand finals, like, without having issues. I was gonna
I don't know what was going on connection-wise with that last week, but I hope it doesn't happen again. Hopefully that is the worst we see of it. Anyway, so moving on, as Flet progresses on the winner's side, we have Mirko versus Apollo next. So Mirko and Apollo, we are good to continue. Of course, my friends, welcome to the stream. Shouts to over almost 700 of you guys already, actually. Also, shouts to Apex Deity for the 6-month Twitch Prime resub. Welcome back, my friend. And Decknor, thank you for the 200 bits. Much appreciated the support, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, Mirko is not in the room. Guys, if your game is in the stream queue, please join the room.
Mirko.
I see.
Matt, it gives me reminiscent over the MKX days. Mirko's like in the later days of the game's prime. I don't want to say the late days because MKX's late days are technically now because they're still an active community. But it reminds me of like the later stages of before Injustice 2 came out, where you had Mirko and K-Top just on a rampage every week in online tournaments. But there was this. It's been interesting to me because Xazeez shared that old. You know that old video that we did with on the Community Cup.
Sorry, the Community Cup, right? Yeah.
When K-Top builds like 7 bars in one round. It's interesting watching comments on it now compared to comments on that exact clip. Like now, the MK11 players are all here looking at it compared to the MKX players who, like, we all understood the game and we all understood Thunder God at the time, right? The comments are like night and day difference. There's just comments upon comments of people being like, oh, none of that is real. All of that stuff is fake. This Raiden player wasn't very good. None of that really should have worked. And I'm just sitting here thinking, there's a lot of people in this conversation that didn't play against K-Top, clearly, because you try and press a button, you get clipped. Clipped, mate. Clipped.
How many entrants in the tourney? We ended at 206 registered players today, so I am over the moon with that. Apollo, are you in chat? Apollo, you're against Mirko on stream. Guys, I've said it many times. I will continue saying it. If your game is linked to be on the stream, you need to join the Massive Strike room on PS4 so we can invite you to a lobby. This is how we're doing it. If you are not here, your streamed game will be skipped, I'm afraid, because we cannot afford to sit here for 10 minutes at a time waiting for players to join the room. I do not want to miss out on games, but we will have to if this continues. If you are here and you are on stream, join the Massive Strike room on PS4. Please and thank you.
Shauna's match is marked for stream. Are we making sure admin isn't putting too many games in the stream queue, by the way, because we get through these pools quite quickly?
I only have 3 games in my stream queue currently, so That's all I have.
I know you've said it twice, Igliak. We just haven't been in a position to answer because there's been something else going on. Slade. I mean, I'm not the biggest Deathstroke fan. I mean, it's Deathstroke, isn't it? Slade. That's his other name, isn't it? Pretty cool, I guess, but yeah, I'm not a massive DC fan, so I'm indifferent. I'm sure there would be a lot of DC fans that would love that inclusion, but I'm not first.
All right, Apollo, are you here? Your game is against Mirko. At this rate, we're just gonna have to skip it.
Alexa, play countdown 30-second till round over theme.
But sure, I'm not sure if your game. Okay, there we go. It's literally just gone into it now. It's winners quarters final. Alright. Okay, we're gonna skip that game. We're just gonna skip that match. We can't.
Is it weird to like? Is it weird to like V1 Joker over V2 Joker? No. If it's your preference, it's your preference. All three of Joker's variations are tournament viable. So
okay,
go with what you want.
Method and Kefursko. Are you guys here? Method and Kefursko.
Method fans the Xbox 360.
I'm not seeing Method in the room.
Looks like no one's in the room.
Kefursko. Okay, Kefursko is here. Kefursko is here. Okay, Method, join the King of the Hill, my friends. Which means, can we get Mirko versus Apollo off stream, please? Okay. Apollo, I'm sorry, my dude, but we're already moving on to the next one now. You're against Mirko off stream, please.
Is Mirko not here, or is he just too late?
No, Mirko's been here. It's Apollo wasn't. Apollo is too late.
Well, if he's here, why don't we get Mirko on stream? Why have we missed it?
All right.
Okay. Have we already set up another match? I just say with Mirko, but we haven't seen Mirko.
Method's not here either, so we'll go back. We'll
back
do Mirko versus Apollo. Apollo, join back, please.
Shoutouts to Flea. Shoutouts to Flea in the chat. My partner in crime throughout the course of Quake Pro League the last 3 days. It was a good time.
Okay, Apollo, join the room, please. You're waiting for your match with Mirko. You are on stream against Mirko now. If you are here, you can play. Guys, I've said it many times, and I will keep saying it. If your game is on stream on Smash GG, and you will know that because it will have the little Twitch icon next to it, join the Massive Strike room on PS4. You can't miss it. It is the way we're getting games.
Next time I'm gonna...
You need to join the room, because delays will be caused if this keeps happening. I don't want to be a ball buster, but we have a tournament to run.
I don't want to be a ball buster, but I'm going to bust your balls if you just know in the lobby. Yeah, what is that emote? Michoko. Dan Rude. That face is such a mood.
Because, and I will say, guys, I will be ruthless with this, because the one and only delay we had last week was caused by players just straight up not listening to us.
That's very true.
I do not want that to happen again. Because I will say it as slow and as clear as possible. Because I do not want there to be any confusion.
Dude, the amount of bullshit we got.
You're asking here on stream, what should I do? Join the Massive Strike lobby on PS4, and we can get you in the game, Apollo. Join the Massive Strike PS4 lobby because your game is on stream. I'm not saying it slowly to patronize. I'm not trying to talk down to you. I'm just... If your game is on stream and you have the little Twitch icon on Smash GG, you can't miss it. Join the Massive Strike room on PS4. Apollo, where are you?
Rest assured, Flea, if we do good cop, bad cop, I ain't the nice guy ever. I'm the ruthless one. Just not at this moment in time.
Stop chatting and do it. Exactly. Apollo, join the room, please. There he is. Yes. All right.
I love the fact that Mirko's gamer tag is Sir Mirko Fortescue. It has risen again, Sir Mirko Fortescue.
Right. Okay. Apollo is here. Progress. Progress is being made, my friends. Chill? No. You're holding us back, my dude. But forget about it. You have a game to play.
You need to focus. Sorry, I did see Quark way earlier in chat ask, can we reserve his and Nivek's game for stream? It entirely depends on the part of the tournament, mate. We are getting through the bracket. The important thing is top 16 and top 8. Everything else before that is as and when.
Mirko, are you here?
Mirko, I swear to God, if you're not here. Mirko, if you've gone to go get a sandwich or something, where are you, Mirko?
Oh no, Mirko. Mirko, you know, showed last week, and now he ain't here. Guys,
he's in the lobby.
I tire of this world.
Getting caught up in the tangle of their lives.
Mirko, come on. We gave Apollo all that shit.
I ain't got no invite! You got invited, you liar! Don't you lie to us!
No
you
invite.
Saw it!
Right,
you
right.
saw Jay.
Back
you
out,
saw the invite.
back out.
You saw the invite stream. Did you all not see the invite?
You just want to say that you've asked what you should do even before the flat match, and I have answered the question like 20 times. So I don't know if you just didn't hear it 20 times. But the important thing is you're here now, so let's forget about it. Let's progress.
Not even counting the 2 weeks before this where it is said about 100 times as well.
Apollo, we need you to leave the lobby. So
yeah, Jay, I think we should have made Massive Strike a 2-month-long series just to factor in the delays.
All right, Apollo, we need you to leave the King of the Hill so we can invite you to a new one. Right.
This is shit.
We will progress, I promise.
I mean, I'd say it's easier to tell us apart because we look different.
Massive Strike, more like massive pain in the fucking neck. Hey, it's alright. It is what it is. Alright, Apollo, empty.
I only have a 36% chance of beating Mirko. That's sad. He'll bury me. You could have at least spelt that word with a K, though, for branding reasons. Oh, Evo Online. I think Evo Online actually might be. There needs to be like a. There needs to be a very sort of full-on rule system, I think, for Evo Online because there's likely to be a lot of people that have never really played in an online tournament before, and I think there's gonna be a lot of newcomers to that. So it's gonna be quite an intimidating experience for them. I guarantee there's gonna be they're gonna need a lot of admins, but I'm confident they can do it.
Massive headache at the end of the day. Oh. I don't know why we're sounding so doom and gloom already. I am looking forward to today. All jokes aside, I am excited and I am happy to see you guys back. I'm looking forward to seeing the game.
Bro, admin are gonna get. I wonder if like if Wi-Fi is banned for Evo Online. I do wonder if
how many times they can get the message. But my Wi-Fi is good.
My PS4 is right next to the router. Actually, it is unfair for you to do this. I feel like you're too nice during this tournament. I mean, I don't know, man. I think I'm already quite stressy. I could be worse.
Gonna DDoS Foxy. I have no choice.
Well, unfortunately
now
for
we
the rest
have
of
your
the
confession in
Foxy. Unfortunately for everyone else, Foxy got his disc reader working.
Not by choice, but
Yo, there's something special about a Kotal Khan main called Apollo.
I agree. I think it's sick.
It's like everyone that plays this character just has to name themselves after some kind of like Greek or like, you know, Roman gods and deities. It's like you just turn up to bracket and it's like, oh, you're a Kotal Khan player. What is your name? Hercules.
You get the first hit. You have striked Hercules.
Oh, empty jump command grab. Mirko, the scorpion of the internet. That is, that sounds like a dig, but it isn't. It is genuinely the best way of describing Mirko. He is like the epitome of the optimal online scorpion. You know exactly what I mean.
Oh, that's a conversion though. That's what I'm talking about. What do we think of Kerbo's? What do we think of Kerbo's Coliseum win last night? MK9 boys. Oh, that's around 1.5.
No, I'm really happy for Kerbo. Honestly, it was a great show. Kerbo, we go way back. Kerbo's a OG in the NRS scene.
He was always an honorary American PND member back in the MK9 days.
But he was never a player. He was never a player that would be able to like immediately hit his stride straight away, right? Like even in MK9, like when he burst onto the scene, he was up and down. He had some big individual like eliminations on players, but no actual big wins. And
Foxy, whenever we would always talk about Kerbo, Foxy would always go, "He's one of ours."
Spoilers. I mean, I'm sorry guys, but if you don't want us to talk about Coliseum results that has already finished and you're watching another tournament, like, I don't know what to tell you. We are going to talk about Coliseum results on this broadcast. If you don't want to hear them, you probably shouldn't watch, or you should mute it, because we are going to talk about Coliseum matches during today. So
by form of media alone, are you going to tune into your television like the morning after Super Bowl, and when anyone on the TV is talking about who won, go, "Ah, spoilers, guys, for crying out loud"? Like, nah, man, you got to talk about it. It's happened. It's relevant. I don't want to ignore. I don't want to pretend the tournament never happened. By the way,
he's still alive.
Yeah, he is.
Oh my god!
Oh! Thank you, NetherRealm, for the buffs.
Thank you for the health buff. Apollo, you know he's going to be praying for that one. One game up. That was so sick as well. The confirm. That was actually clean.
Let's go, Apollo. Yo, he put the sun on himself before the final hit. Look at how much he basks in his own wonder. That was so good.
Now here's a scary thing, because I feel like there is elements of a brick wall with Kotal Khan. Even when you're not taking into effect Bullock, he has so much health. He does so much damage, and obviously, even with like the worst Ray in this variation, he can still heal himself. He still has the means to, you know, get life back. That is probably low-key one of the strongest things about Kotal, is his life amount and his ability to get it back. Because he also dishes out. I mean, I would argue that Kotal is probably one of the most buffed characters in this game, because almost everything about him has changed.
Oh, right? No, Jay, without question, I think he's probably the most buffed, because he's gone through so many buffs, and every single buff has been massive. But I will never forget, I don't want to be that guy. I saw Twitter when these latest wave of Kotal buffs came through. I saw it's just still not enough. It's not enough to help him be tournament viable. I'm saying it. He needs this. I'm like, look at it now. Ooh. Look at that.
Ooh, I like that setup too. That jump in. That was clean.
I mean, look, Katana was crazy buffed as well, but you just look at what Kotal can do now. It's like insane.
But
Mirko,
and then you look at the difference between
Mirko is actually
like specifically Mirko is looking really uncomfortable here. Normally Mirko really won for reactions. I would say arguably some of the best reactions we've seen in competitive MK11. Yet he is consistently getting hit by just the ground pound, which is one of the easiest reactions in the game, especially when it's just used in neutral. But it's definitely catching out Mirko right now, and this is definitely surprising to see for a player known for being a bit more on point.
Oh, guys, I'm not talking about how many buffs they received. I mean what the buffs did for them. Mathematically, you are correct, Katana is, but if we're looking at like utility, and it's like you just look at what they can do compared to before.
I mean, it's definitely those. No matter how you spin it, it's Kotal and Katana are like both absolutely the most buffed. Whether who is specifically the most, I don't know, but it's definitely those two regardless. Oh, down one on hit, backdash, forward dash, throw. That's cheeky. Oh, that's perfect.
Mirko tries to cut through the sunny air, but he gets burnt for it. He's going to win the round. But dude, Apollo looking so... I've always heard of Apollo, but I've never really seen him in action. I'm really glad that we got him.
Oh my god! That was actually sick. I wonder if that was a call out on a flawless block.
I think
Hager
so.
straight up went to the Khan cut on block. That had to be a call out for a flawless block gap.
I mean, he's clearly feeling himself. Mirko looking a little bit ropey, it has to be said. Having a hard time kind of cracking into this. Mirko. I know he's definitely a Scorpion player that relishes multiple variations, but Reborn, I mean, you're not really able to catch Apollo out here.
And there's the read on the roll.
Apollo is reading Mirko like an absolute textbook. The down two trade, great flawless block. So this could be the beginning of something. Remember, Mirko, he has got that comeback factor, the clutch.
Oh, he definitely thought that with punish properly, but he didn't have the bar to get the teleport, but he isn't going to need it to confirm. Now, Normally, against any other character, I would say this is definitely death, but I don't know if that extra 10% is going to keep him alive there. I think it might. Oh my god, it did.
Shout outs to that health buff. Oh, if he won again, Mirko's got to be saying, why has this guy got so much health?
Why isn't he dead yet? For God's sake. How many times have we thought that against Kotal?
Uh-oh. Time for that mid. Man, Apollo looking scary. All right, that's a cracked face. Full screen spear. Okay, Mirko. A late break. So the break from Apollo, but that kind of combo is great because by the time you've broken, you've already lost about 25% or so. So it's definitely not a bad trade-off.
Well, we didn't have the bar. No, we didn't have the bar to get the crushing blow, so that could have been a lot worse. Now here's where it gets a bit dangerous because now Mirko, he's got the life lead. At least he had the life lead.
Here we go.
It's when he has the lead and he has a little bit of room to make it work. That's where Mirko gets dangerous. Oh, but a big neutral jump. And an even bigger conversion. Yep.
Buff. Mirko's not going to have it. Disrespects and wake up. No flawless block.
Oh!
Apollo clips him. Oh, man. This guy's looking good today, man.
Damn, that was a long fought match, but Apollo takes the W 2-0 now. Imagine on the back of that kind of just back and forth and then being 2 down at the end of it. Mirko,
I want to say shout outs to the chat that we're currently sitting on. I've noticed that we're almost at 900 viewers at such an early point. Thank you all so much for being up either bright and early, or if you're somewhere else a little bit more conveniently timed, just tuning in on your Monday. I'm excited to see what we can do for today. I'm really happy to see that we have a real kind of like EU and CIS star-studded tournament lineup. There's a whole bunch of the best in the business.
We said it before,
up in the
and I'll say it again.
Nice active chat. I see a lot of faces that I recognize. Shouts to Katana Prime, Shauna. I even see Devil May Care in here, for crying out loud.
I must say, over 200 entrants for a European CIS bracket today. The third and final week of public entry, and we had over 200 registered players. I am really, 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 really happy with that. If you want the match arena link, it is the crowdfund command in chat. Crowdfund is how you get the link. We have currently, I'll check right now.
Actually, I haven't checked it. I should definitely check it.
We currently have $1,383 crowdfunded on Matcherino, and that is not including the 1,000 that we've put in. So this pot is looking pretty juicy right now. I'm not gonna lie.
We have a latest $10 donation from Noogie. Again, actually, he's been a pretty regular contributor. Keep up the good work, gents. Sick what you're doing. And then Bodies donating the $15 with congrats, guys, on an awesome tournament. Love watching week 1. You guys have almost completely nailed it.
Thank you very much for the support, guys. Mirko now, looking like he's got some of the momentum. We've seen this before. The question is, how long can he keep it? And there's that delayed standing 1. So good at the confirm. And that's going to be a clean 29% into the corner kept. Mirko, this is the exact kind of start he needs to bring this back, because he has a mountain to climb. But he's taking the first step.
Worth mentioning, Bodies does have a hashtag at the end to do with Boki. I know, obviously, he probably was more of a Boki fan that week, but like we said, it was an unfortunate and almost impossible situation put on us by 2 players ignoring admin discussions and instructions and playing on. So the reality is we weren't going to please either side with what we did. And
there was no way. There was no way we were going to get everyone happy. We just had to be objectively as fair as we could. And hopefully
the reality
the
is,
last of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. The last thing I'll say is it wouldn't have been such a hard situation if there were not like 3 dominant match points before it started happening that we just couldn't have ignored in the nature of this tournament. Like, it would have been insane to ignore the fact that, like, on multiple accounts, Sikander was just about to win. But anyway, enough of that. I'm fucking sick of talking about that. Week 3.
Oh my god! And you know Mirko is absolutely not happy. Unnecessary fatal blow, though. Mirko didn't have the breakaway to get out of that. Apollo. I mean, unnecessary to use it, but keeps himself in. So, definitely not the worst.
Your blood runs hot. Final round. Fight.
Oh, a match point for Apollo, though. This actually would be quite a surprising result for me. Mirko's one of those players that you can always expect to do damn well, but it looks like he's having a bit of a hard time against this Kotal Khan.
And there's Gets the overhead. Now again, Mirko. Now the big thing here, Apollo's already used his Fatal Blow, so we know that that huge chunk of Unbreakable was gone, but... Uh-oh, no, this has instantly gone bad for Mirko. Doesn't have the breakaway, less than half life left. That command grab was going to be a threat, tries to jump out on a read. Oh, but there's the tick! Apollo mixes it up.
He's put the fear in him, that's what's happened. And now Mirko, basically a guess for game, and guess he does not do correctly, Mirko. Is going to be sent into the loser's bracket by Apollo. Absolutely an impressive performance from Apollo. I loved the way he just mixed up the offense there, because that's how you play Ascension. You have to be unpredictable. You got to swing hard. But even when you combine that, he was making some ballsy reads and some, you know, call outs on the flawless block and some big brain decisions. See, Apollo, it was worth getting you in the lobby, wasn't it? Well done. Congratulations,
GG's.
mate.
That was absolutely not a scoreline I was expecting. Obviously, Mirko going into this, a big favorite in any online tournament that he takes part in, and Apollo just walks up to his house and 3-0s him. It's like, get out. But there we go. Apollo looking really good with that 3-0 win. Awesome stuff. Right, the next game we have is... Right, okay, so we have to move on because there's still a round 2 game that's been waiting. So Method and Kafursko, can you guys play your game off stream? Because we have to move on to the next round, otherwise we're going to end up being a lot delayed. So Method and Kafursko, we need you guys to play off stream. I'm just going to make sure the admins are aware. Right. Can we get... Right. I'm just going to make sure the admins are aware. Right, SMK and Shauna, you guys are next. Right, there we go.
What about Black Flash for KP2? I don't know who that is. That might answer your question. Sorry, I don't know who that person is.
Right, SMK and Shauna next. Do we know what SMK... Get Shauna is here?
Foxy, next game is now in queue. I believe Foxy's in the stream queue, right?
Yeah, it's Foxy and Dunax is after this. Right, we need... You check Maturino real quick. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. Maturino... Oh, Jesus Christ, it has gone up. Okay, Katana Prime has given $250.
What?
To the match.
Yo!
Goodness.
Hey, thank you so much. And I'm sure the EU and CIS community extends their thanks as well, bro. Thank you very much.
Well, KP, thank you very much, man. I know you've always been a big supporter. We appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much.
That has brought us up to 1,006. I mean, let me just number crunch real quick. Let me just quickly do... $1 to sterling. Right, so let's quickly just take what we've already put in. Okay. Right. So calculator.
Right. What is SMK's PSN ID? Does anyone know what SMK's PSN ID is? Is SMK in chat? Hang on, let's have a look.
I'd like to remind everyone that when you add the 500 each that Jake and I have contributed in pounds, by the way, not dollars, which is worth a bit more by currency, that has brought our current tally to $2,851 sitting on the final prize pot. I'm super confident that we're going to be able to break the $3,000 mark, and what the fuck? What, like, I did not expect us to reach that much of a milestone for the community part, and it is not possible without the generosity of everyone else. So thank you all so much for what you're doing. Thank you, KP, for that massive injection into the current pot. But the reality is, it makes me so proud that I truly think that, like, there's no getting around the fact that sometimes as a Mortal Kombat community member, you know, in the competitive side of the FGC, you can get, you know, you'll see the remarks and you'll see stuff about that almost makes you feel like your game gets looked down on by some people, or that your tournaments get snubbed, or whatever the hell it is. But I just love this fact, and I've always loved the fact that our community during these times is almost just completely self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Like, look at what's happening when we're all stuck in isolation and there's no tournaments. The online tournaments just continued. Europe and CIS, and then you look at the Colosseum and the Resurrection, or the Prince Panther stuff that's been going on. Like, there's so many leagues that it's like we're just doing our thing, and we are continuing to do our thing during this difficult time. Good netcode will do that. I agree wholeheartedly, but the good netcode wouldn't have happened if NetherRealm didn't put just short of like 1 year's worth of development time into rebuilding the game's netcode.
Okay,
and you have Pro League to thank for that. So
okay, so SMK, so SMK is here by defeating Omega K 3-0.
Yes. Cassie, I believe.
Yes.
Omega, we were talking to Omega. Omega said the Cassie player is damn good. So
right, so and then there's Crowd 028 Mighty apparently, and they are here. So I believe this is right. Reese, are you in chat? Is this is the correct gamer tag Crowd 028 Mighty? I just want to make absolute sure before I don't want to invite the wrong person.
Yo, KP has said another $250 if Foxy secures a finals spot.
Not too much pressure.
That's some pressure, man. That's some pressure.
Right.
Oh, shout out to Panther, by the way. How's it going, man? I see you in chat. What's happening here? Week 3 of Massive Strike. This is our European CIS League that we're doing. This is our third and final qualification week. Only 2 players left are going to qualify, so grand finals will bust for this one.
All right, the invites have gone out, so we're good to go.
You participated for the May 25th one. May 25th is the finals.
Yeah, you guys, there's nothing to register for the finals. You can't register for that. You can't register for the finals because that's going to be made specifically. Okay, so we are good to go, I think. So we have Shauna. You guys have seen Shauna. She did really well in Mr. Aquaman's most recent sub tournament. Actually, got really far. And SMK.
Incoming commentator in the UK as well, and well, Irish as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Gotta mention.
And and then SMK on the other side. SMK here after a win versus Omega K. So very excited to see what we're about to see from this Cassie, as I believe that's who SMK was playing.
SMK refused to get terminated. I'm going to assume he played Terminator. I know that Omega K is waiting for that Shiva release. The more grabs, the better. But Shauna, bit of a katana extraordinaire. Actually, is it?
Okay.
Multiple characters, it looks like. I do like that kind of original Combat League skin that Shauna rocks.
Sea of blood.
I mean, Katana has some of the best like gear in the game, honestly. Like the best like color choices, the best like fans look sick, the masks. Just everything about it is really cool visually in this game. But this is gonna be an interesting matchup. Because it is Highborn.
Round 1.
Highborn does kind of thrive at that kind of jump distance projectile game. But then again, it is Arctic Anarchy, so closes the gap better than most.
Now, Shauna, she's going to be going in for the zoning 2. A little bit preemptive on that dive kick. But you know what? Those kind of early dive kicks, they're going to be more prominent in round 1 when they're kind of less costly, right? There's less to worry about this early on in bracket. Gets caught with the down 1, minimal damage. The forward 2 is going to connect anyway. Doesn't overcommit. And I really like this kind of evolution of pressure in this game, that now the longer we go on, the more players are starting to dedicate way less to their very whiff punishable strings. They kind of keep it one hit at a time. VGY does something very similar.
Oh, and there's another teleport. Now, there's something very scary about Highborn players that are willing to just throw out a teleport on a big read like that. Because on hit, it does a decent chunk of damage. Obviously, it's so quick. It's something you have to constantly think about. It's a constant threat. Unless you're playing a character that has a guarantee punish, but Shauna tagging with that back 1, that advancing mid. Gonna be taking that first round.
Round 2. Fight.
But Shauna, the thing about this kind of matchup is that Katana, Highborn, I know her fan, kind of like her, bloody hell, what's it called? You know, the Highborn fan?
Oh, Razors.
Razors, yeah, I don't know what, the name was in my head, but I just couldn't think of it.
Brain fart.
The Razors are definitely easier to handle now post-patch. Now the kind of reversal system works the way it does with buttons. It used to be easy to kind of steal a turn after doing it on block, but now it's a little bit trickier because your button comes out when it should every time.
Uh-oh, here we go. Advantage. And there's the challenge again. Shauna finding that back one. Now this is where it can get scary. Just like that. 2 chunks back to back and that's half life.
And I'm sure SMK was looking for some kind of grab or something, but making those hard reads. The Razors whiffing from ages away. All right, plus Fatal Blow will do it. And the interrupt. I like the catch. Yeah, the catch right there. Good stuff.
I like SMK's composure here. You notice every time they're blocking the teleport kick, they're going for an immediate down 3. I think there are lots of characters that have like a guaranteed punish on it. Whether it's obviously like the normal read is telekick or telekick amp for the fan toss. But loads of characters just have something that will guarantee punish no matter what. And I believe Frost's down 3 might be one of those. Because we're seeing SMK go for it already. But there's a nice ender there. Trying to make it whiff and tries to go for the grab, but a little bit too far away.
I quite like ending the combos in the mortar too for that kind of a knockdown. The Razors coming out. Big damage. The cancel. No interruption this time. The amount of chip that those Razors bring to the table. We're not going to get clipped by that mid, but we are going to get caught by the drills all the same. Fatal Blow still in play for both sides. This is going to be a pretty insane end to the round, I think. This block pressure is going to put the Fatal Blow in play. And now SMK just became a damn sight more dangerous. Oh, that's it! Fatal Blow.
That's death, 100%. Really well played. SMK taking that first game on the back of a big decision on that down 2.
Put the combatants on the mic? Why the hell would we do that? So I can either listen to no noise or someone when they get down 2 crushing blowed. Oh, bollocks. Damn it.
Oh, why'd you do that? You did
What?
that there.
So we can hear nothing into and then nothing some more. Because most players in tournaments are not very vocal, believe it or not. They're vocal afterwards, but not during.
Still, that was only one game, Shauna. It was a close one. But SMK, his Frost pick definitely paying off. Man, it's really fun watching a solid Frost in this game. Like, Arctic Anarchy is so good.
Deacon Frost.
Now, what we see from Shauna here. The big thing is, it feels like whenever Shauna is on the back foot and like down on life, that's where it gets a little bit dangerous. Because when you're down on life, obviously trading is a little bit harder. It's hard generally to trade with the mortars anyway from Frost, but especially when like the telekicks aren't working out, you have to find your way in some other way. And Frost is deceivingly good at keeping you at jump distance, right? She has that down 4. She has those.
Oh, I like that.
Tools in back 1, back 2. Oh, but again, immediate. Oh, what a choice. And there's that knockdown again. Good splat on the mortar.
SMK's just had some great callouts on when he knows the cancel's going to come. And again, that's sort of round 1 edge. Have to make it plus. Oh, ouch. And that's just going to go hand in hand with Highborn. The second that damage over time applies, you either get a grab mix-up or just the straight-up chip damage that just piles on all the way through. Oh, whiffing grabs from a mile away. Becomes dangerous, though, because Frost, not low on the damage department, but especially when Fatal Blow becomes a thing. Trade. Shauna, we get that first round. Good stuff.
That's a good choice from Shauna to throw the fan there, though, because as strong as those augers are, they don't go full screen. At least the meterless one doesn't. Or even if you amp it, the first one never will. So if you do have the range advantage, you can go for it. But let's confirm again.
Down 1 into more of that chip. Taking that. I respect that down 1 attempt right there because she's no longer just doing the raises on the end every single time. And she's now mixing up the cancels with an actual dive kick. When she has health to spare and the amplify, it just becomes a little bit tricky. Like right now, goes in for the raises, the block and the reversal throw. Nice catch from SMK, knowing there's no bar to really do anything about it, so he has less to fear.
Oh, but gets hit in the middle of the block string. I wonder if he expected a stagger there off the back too. Oh, but there's the reactionary dive bomb. Still no escape failed though, so gonna have to still work a little bit harder. Okay, that is a really good start.
Dive kick.
Uh-oh, there's the threat. Oh, walked into the range to jail that, but okay, that's a big call up for shot, but no punish, but not gonna matter.
I tell you what,
punish, but the spin connected.
Now, I respect the attempt, though, man. That would have been the first time that play ever actually happened, but SMK was still rock solid on the defense and not going to be wise to it. Why is Foxy not in Massive Strike? He is. This is the only week he's entered, though. Last week, it was he was busy with real-life stuff. First week, I think he forgot. I can't remember. No, there was some reason behind it. But
right,
either
so
way,
wake
what's
up.
important is this is the only week he's entered, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, what like doesn't Shauna have another account on Combat League called Wake Up Fatal? So I'm definitely not surprised to see that. Still though, that's a nice chunky 300 damage to
Hang on a
start off
minute.
what could be a comeback.
Wait, the mortar's too far away, so it's going to be kind of hard to hit it.
Yeah, from full screen, Kitana will have the edge as long as she's got a little bit of frame advantage.
Shauna was in a
I
real.
mean, look at the
sweep
life.
there.
This has literally been. This was 100%.
Yo!
This was a fatal blow into a ton of chip.
Oh,
lingering frame!
The
call out.
lingering frames. Oh no, she worked so hard, but at the end, the beam is so active. I mean, in SMK's credit, that was 1000% the right thing to do because it's active for ages.
I think the only thing that Shauna could have done there that would have been safe was to just end the string where it was, but it's very appealing on Highborn. There's so many things you can end your strings in, if it's the razors, if it's the half-blood stance, and the second you see half-blood stance, it should be guaranteed, because I don't think half-blood stance into stab is ever a block string, I don't think. And then obviously teleport will lose to the fatal blow. I want to say as well quickly, G Money Rob, thank you, and I saw you gifted a sub to Katana Prime about 10 minutes ago. Thank you very much, dude. But no, this is a tough situation for Shauna to be in.
That is a. I mean, yeah, you love to hate to see it though, don't you?
Well, Shauna, we know she does have a Sindel. Is this the time we see the change?
Alexa, play Gary Jules' Mad World.
Not yet. It's only a 2-0. It's not 3-0 yet.
All around me are familiar faces.
Well, she's
But
considering
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, she's considering it. Sindel looks really short in that, doesn't she?
Why is Terminator grayed out? Because the console I am spectating from doesn't have him installed, I think. My PS4 is like super weird and the audio is like super funky, so I'm streaming on
Surely it's Royal Adenian though,
PS4.
to go underneath the mortar and the regular. No, it's splitting hairs. Okay.
I don't think Shauna plays Royal Adenian. I think splitting hairs is her variation. Average
It is
Harry, thank you for the
unusual.
gifted sub to Fabs. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
when you see this character change in this kind of matchup, you would normally expect. Well, I wasn't singing because it was there's a meme there somewhere. Anyone that watches too many meme compilations on YouTube knows exactly what I'm talking about. But
Fight.
yeah, you would normally see this exact matchup for the V3 because the low profiling Star Screamer for a matchup like this. You know, the mortar hits quite high. The projectiles, you'd go under it with Star Screamer as well. But you know what? If you play a variation and you just think a change is necessary, then all the power to you.
I mean, but
We'll see if it
we're
works out.
already seeing the big change though, is that Frost can zone out Sindel a lot, and obviously more so than Kitana, right? You get a lot more freedom to just use your full screen tools because you don't have to worry. That is the worst thing you have to worry about, is that flip, and even that doesn't go full distance. Like Shauna will have to commit to the exact range she wants, and right now we're seeing it. SMK does not care.
This reminds me of that meme. Yo, do a flip! Yeah!
SMK on the verge of a 3-0 now, unless Shauna can make something work, but we're definitely seeing signs of some impatience here, I think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, the problem is, without a projectile to kind of go toe-to-toe with it, you do worry that... Oh, the flawless block! SMK with the knowledge! And the jump in! You hate to get your up 3 jumped in on, but it happens to the best of us. The flip! Okay, grab. Escape failed. That's music to Sindel's ears.
Oh! The counter hit! Caught a jump back. I wonder if that was a dive bomb.
Oh, I love it! I love watching these splitting hair combos. And oh no! The forward 2. It does not hit as high up as it looks. That's one of the weaknesses of that string. It goes far, but it doesn't hit very vertical. And she's going to get clipped in the knockdown. Back to that zoning. She has kind of struggled to get in on this in the past. Taking out the forward 2. Doesn't want to overcommit though, because the flawless block will kill at this health. Hang on! No fatal blow!
Oh no, confirmed. Shauna missed it. That was the chance. Oh, went for it again. Oh my god, that was so crusty. That was so crusty, but it worked.
I respect it. I mean, the fatal blow should have happened about 5 seconds before it, right? There was just a choke. The forward 2-1. Yo, Sindel is sliced up. Look at the battle damage. That's gross.
I mean, speaking of which, though, I love the way that SMK has been playing this. It's just so precise, and when you're going for the back two, meaty timings. And here we are again, that corner. Ooh, delay wake up uppercut, but a big neutral jump into nothing. Ooh!
I respect it because remember, escape failed is still here. We haven't seen a throw tech, but she's trying. 2 throws in a row that just did not hit their mark. No flawless block again. He's looking for it. Anti-air scream. She's going for the grab so much, but 3 grabs have been 3 jumps.
Oh, tried to use the advantage, but SMK's pressing, and that's going to be the win. 3-0. SMK, that was really impressive. Damn.
It's actually kind of tragic how she went for 3 separate grabs and 3 separate times. It was just, let me just quickly check. 3 separate times the grab comes out. There's a jump. I mean, that's the kind of hard read to the grabs, right? If you get it, because the escape failed was, I'm sure the escape failed was locked on the entire map. So you understand why she went for it, especially after like that big punish, opening up with the back 2. She played well, but SMK, man, like just a rock solid defense, I think.
Okay, so our next game on stream is going to be Foxy Grandpa versus Dunax. Dunax is a name that those of you that watch a lot of MK on Twitch, you definitely would have seen this a lot. But I want to say before we go on, shouts to over 1,000 viewers as we have officially passed the 1,000 viewer line. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Guys and girls at this point, actually. I hope you guys are having fun, enjoying yourselves. We need
Massive strike. What about small strike?
Well, we need Foxy and Dunax. We need you guys to join the stream lobby, please. Remember, if you're game... Okay, Foxy's already here. Good. We just need Dunax here now.
There is no small strike because that's not the name of a Johnny Cage film. Those that follow the law know that Johnny Cage once starred in a movie called Massive Strike. Additionally, he starred in Ninja Mime. There is a film called Sudden Violence, I think, as well.
8 Poisons.
8 Poisons.
Mortal Kombat the movie, The Death of Johnny Cage.
I mean, that's basically just Annihilation, isn't it?
Yeah. This is
Trade me for Johnny Cage. Then I will take your generals, because Earth does not bend to the will of tyrants.
Oh, that film is so bad.
Come bow at my feet.
It sounds like every line Shao Kahn says in that movie sounds like he's like trying to not laugh at his own jokes while he's saying it.
As long as the portal remains open.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Dunax, are you there, my dude?
The Earth was created in 6 days, so too shall it be destroyed. And it's the line when he goes, mankind will rest in peace. Right says peace, he goes, boom. It's like the corniest thing.
Okay, where Dunax? There we go.
My American accent is fire. I just copy the way people sound in films. I can't do it, like, freely.
Dunax, join the room. Please.
The actor that played Shao Kahn in that film is the punk that gets punched through the stomach in the first Terminator movie.
He is.
He's the guy that... Shao Kahn is the guy that uses the wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean, right? Like, that's him. Wash day punk who gets punched through the stomach by Arnold. More quotes? I don't know. I can't do it on command. You put me under pressure. I'm nervous.
Raiden is of no concern to us.
You let him live? I have no use for excuses.
He could not be stopped.
If the Elder Gods learn of our plot, we shall both suffer the consequences.
Why was that supposed to be Shinnok? God damn it. Where is Dunax? My God. I love putting on tournaments for you guys, but you're so bad at joining rooms. Dunax! Join the room at once!
Javier is waiting in the room. Javier. Did Javier defeat Dizzy in bracket?
Maybe.
I'm sure I saw that. I'm sure I did.
Where is Dunax? Guys, like, all jokes aside, we are going to get so far behind if players don't join this room.
Have I heard Dragon's ketchup impression? No, and I don't think I want to.
Dunax.
Maybe Dunax isn't here.
He's
Does he
played
know?
through all of his games. It's
Can
winners
admin
semi.
I mean, can admin... Oh, yeah, okay, you've mentioned it to admin. You know
God
what?
damn it.
If we're not running mega on time because players aren't joining lobbies, I'll take that. I don't really care.
I mean, I'd like to have minimal downtime.
Wait, Ray Park. Is that a gamer tag or is that actual Ray Park that played Reptile once in an interview or something? Or is there just someone whose gamer tag is Darth Maul Ray Park? I'm surprised you can even fit all that into a name. He was voiced by Darth Maul's voice in the first Star Wars film was, well, I guess episode 1, not the first film. Episode 1.
There he is. Dunax is here. Yes.
Hey, he was his voiceover was Peter Serafinowicz. Was his voice.
Yo, a match coming up at some point. Cheap Eddie versus Deadlift.
Yo, shout out to Cheap Eddie, man. Is this Lord of the Rings soundtrack? No, it's Mortal Kombat 11 menu theme.
Right.
Oh, I got him. Okay. Oh, fuck.
Go do the same thing. Right.
Bum, 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 ba-da-bum. So Foxy, anyone that's been watching Foxy's recent streams know that he just has a good laugh with this game at the moment. He's been playing loads of Kung Lao because, I mean, come on, man, subscribe to his only grabs. My favorite thing about watching Foxy streams as of late is the fact that he gets so many people plugging in their mics to scream abuse at him because they get grabbed. It's almost once a stream at least.
Here's what you do: you poke, and then you grab, and you poke, and then you grab, and then you poke again, and then you grab.
Well, all the while Foxy's sitting there saying, like, well, what do you expect? I invented that. Subscribe to my only grabs. However, Foxy has mentioned that he's noticed that since the last time he really grinded, shout out to the classic helmet, by the way. Since the last time he grinded Kung Lao, it feels very much like Kung Lao's hat comes back faster than it did before after like Z hat or something.
Yeah, I heard it was like a stealth buff. I don't know when, but apparently it
wasn't. Apparently, it wasn't mentioned anywhere. However, it allows Foxy to actually be more zoning oriented with the hat tricks, and then you combine his grab and strike game, and then you combine the fact that 1-2-1 is one of the best auto shimmies in the entire game because it's kind of like a built-in option select. Like, I think it's a recipe for disaster if you're on the receiving end of it.
But the big thing, we could talk about Foxy for days, but Dunax, Combat League monster. We see him all the time in the European world of Combat League. True Khan.
True Khan.
Yes.
Let's go.
A Shao Kahn player, but True Khan is not something we see very often at all.
Now, I'm really interested here because there is no way Foxy has a crazy experience in this matchup, and I think that's great if you're in Dunax's position.
But you know whose problem that isn't? Dunax.
Yeah, no, that's exactly my point. I think he's got a really... And he's going to have those rock-solid fundamentals, surely, to terrorize Combat League with a character that is just not considered that strong.
Oh,
no!
No!
You strike, and then you grab. And then you strike! Because you wait for the grab. I guarantee now, this game... Is Dunax going to go... Okay, well, surely he's going to grab now. Surely he must. Grab. Okay. Oh, Foxy. All right, the information.
No, but that's it. Every time it's a read. No one is as good at... Or no one is as merciless at enforcing that. He grab. Oh.
No!
Oh,
all right.
Strike. And then he grab. R2
strike,
broken.
And then he grabbed.
Right, he did a strike, and then he grabbed. And this grab did double damage.
To accuse Dunax of just having his broken block button, you would have got grabbed, mate. Mark my words.
100%. Everyone that's watching this going, why isn't he blocking? You will get grabbed 10 times in a row. Oh my
Foxy
god.
could have punished that shoulder charge, by the way.
Oh, I saw his microphone come up. I thought we were going to hear some premium, creamy memes. But we
Don't forget the PXP. Well, Problem's not going to get angry, is he?
Oh, hang on. I mean, I may as
well. I mean, we'll do it.
Could his name get any longer? It's PXP space A space Foxy space Grandpa. It doesn't fit in the bloody name box now. Look.
Thanks.
I almost have a half a care to not move it.
Oh no.
All right, in it goes. God damn it. Could his name be any longer?
I'd like to point out to the people, by the way, that Foxy could have punished that charge with anything that wasn't grab, because it wasn't a punish, but Foxy wants the, he fishes for the brutal, always.
I've got to say, though, all jokes aside, this, like, to be on the receiving end of this is dangerous, because no one will as mercilessly force you into that position as
No, he has
Foxy
changed,
does.
he's changed variation, though. He's gone into, I mean, he's gone to the kind of tried and true Shao Kahn, the one that gets the Dark Priest buff, Annihilation as well. I am interested now to see what he does. He knows the grab mix-up. Well, the danger that Dunax will have is that although he's not painfully unsafe, he is going to be in a position here consistently where he will be minus enough that he has to hold that mix-up. Like, we joke about it, we have a laugh about it, but the reason it works so well is because it's real, man. It is a real threat. And Foxy is one of the best players in the world at just enforcing it. He was the first. He was the innovator with this strategy. However, a pickup for Dunax, end it in Annihilation.
Ooh.
Oh, environment. Damage. Hell yeah.
And the meaty, well-timed. Yeah, there we go. I like that choice. Foxy, he tried to enforce the 1-2, but Dunax, he has the health to block. You can take it to throw. Second, he sees those minus frames, down 1.
Fight.
Oh, there's that Z-hat. Clipped
Oh,
again.
no,
I think
he was trying to
really
press
tried
there.
interrupt.
What the hell?
Oh, wow. I don't know, but he was safe enough at least, so he's not going to get
Now,
punished.
Foxy, he does still have an escape failed, so he's going to be able to hold that on the entire time, which is only going to make the mix-up scarier.
Plus frames. Foxy's going to show. Wow, the call-out. That was a call-out on the flawless block. I loved it. Risky stuff, but it pays off. Down 2.
Oh, there it is. That's going to kill.
The important thing, too, is side switch. So now Foxy, he can back up if he wants to, but with that spear into trading the Dark Priest buff and a shoulder charge at any moment, it's going to be quite risky. Foxy's going to get the forward grab. Now the crushing blow is gone. We're not going to kind of get that favorable mix-up. That hurts! Kung Lao in any variation, if he gets that raw jump 3 on you, it does massive damage. The reversal grab's going to catch him. It's not a reversal punish. Wow, Dunax getting really unfavorable position. The up Wrath Hammer, I can only assume there was supposed to be a button before that. Even blocking the forward force so much that these grabs become so scary now. Oh, grab!
No.
Oh, Foxy, what? Foxy, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna break it down. I'll break it down for a second. I'll break it down. So what Foxy does, right? He pokes, and then he grabs, right? And then he does forward 4, and then he grabs. And then sometimes he will forward 4, and then he'll forward 4 a second time. But then he will surely grab. Or maybe he won't.
Strong 2 from me for that one.
The only 2 he'll get from me is the 2 that I've put on his scorecard, because he's currently 2-0 up. Subscribe to Foxy's Only Grabs.
I can't believe Foxy has a free hugs emote.
It's so great.
Kung Lao.
He just wishes to embrace his opponent, let them know that it's all good. There's no hard feelings.
Oh, do next with a character change.
Yo, I'm Kratos with a gifted sub to Mitsuones. Thank you very much, man. Cheers, dude. My goodness, you guys, if you want to watch him do this every day, you should watch him.
Oh yeah. If you watch Foxy's Twitch, I mean, also he normally listens to like the grimiest drum and bass you've ever heard, but yesterday he was listening to the Age of Empires 2 soundtrack.
I did wonder what that was. I tuned in at a really obscure track and I was like, what is this? He was playing KI,
Yeah,
right?
You watch him play Mortal Kombat, it's like, and then you watch him play KI and it's it's like, okay. But it's changed.
Force of nature, so Dunax.
Bit of a hipster.
Oh, he's got that Imhotep Anaxuna moonlit going on.
I do like that sort of like Egyptian style Halloween. It was a Halloween skin, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. But we do see the hard read made this time. For the first time, really, in the entire series, Dunax is able to get a kind of hard read duck on the grab and the first round too. Okay, I do believe in the Cetrion change though, because I mean you have the range. Kung Lao does often take a fair amount of damage as he's on the way in, and if you can get a really rock solid defensive game against this grab kind of strike mix up, interruption, he knows.
But that's where you are forced to cancel that ground pound. If you want to stop getting interrupted, you have to cancel it. Let them poke. Take the advantage.
A lot of people don't know, but Foxy, before Mortal Kombat X came out, actually, KI was kind of the game that he grinded a lot during its time. He only played Jago or something, and it was what he did for fun, but...
In Season 1, he played it a fair bit, yeah, but nothing compared to the amount he's dedicating to it now.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Here it comes again. One of the lower key things about hat tricks is Z-Hat is a really strong projectile. Chip damage, it does a lot of damage on hit. Obviously, it knocks down. He can amp it to get some movement. It's a very powerful projectile.
All right, not a massive amount of damage. That's one of the weaknesses of Setro is that her damage output really, even with meter, isn't crazy high without crushing blows. Forward 4 for days. Reversal grab works out nicely. We're going to get some side switching action too. Dunax, he's going aggressive.
Oh,
he makes a hard read again.
But you'll notice Force of Nature, not really known for damage. A big duck on a throw and only got 19% for it. Oh, he's dead.
Hard read until the end. He got 2 great ducks, but the one time he goes for it at the end, Foxy has the resources to make sure it kills. See, he did the strike.
Oh, for God's sake. Why am I wrong every time?
He did the strike.
Legitimately every time.
Foxy did the strike because Dunax thought he would grab.
But he didn't. Foolish mistake. He guessed wrong.
That's such a good fatality, man.
Fatality.
Damn. Why am I wrong about how much a super's going to do every time? It's always by like a percent. I blame the game.
I blame the minigame.
Like any good critique, it's the game's fault for sure. Because
like any Mortal Kombat player,
they enable the mini game, and the mini game is what throws me off. So it's not my fault if you really think about it. Right. So we have some winners finals of our pools left to go. I think every game from this point on should be winners finals for pools. So let's have a look. Let me take these off.
Oh, Pazar. Foxy has to get minimum top 2 to qualify.
Yes.
This was just winning. This was just winning a matchup.
Alright, so yeah, Dizzy did lose to MK Javier or Javier. I think it's Javier.
Crowdfunding. Let me show you.
Right, so that's winners finals. Right, while you talk about crowdfunding, I'm going to quickly look through these pools to make sure we're good to go.
So while we get these pools up and running, it's worth reminding everyone that this is a community effort. Mustard and I started the pot off with a direct contribution of £1,000. That was put in 500 each at the starting point. And the community using Matcherino has been able to raise, since the beginning, $1,633. That is basically $200 short of a $3,000 pot
Leave the
raise.
King of the Hill, please.
Yeah, sorry, I'm chatting away. But we are $200 away from a $3,000 pot, which is ridiculous, to be honest.
Pro Stunner, we need you to join the lobby. Pro Stunner,
let's go.
Yes, he is in winners finals against Makaran. He beat Derpy 3-0. So with this Baraka apparently. So I want to see some of this Baraka.
Yeah, look, Stunner is one of those kind of hidden beasts of the UK. Because, I mean, Stunner would have made a name for himself much earlier if he wasn't too young to compete in Pro League back in the day. Because he was like a real breakout reptile player many, many years ago. Unfortunately, it turned out he wasn't old enough to compete, as the age rules in EU were a lot harsher than they were in America. Because America just has, censorship, right? It just depends on the territory. So unfortunately, Stunner wasn't able to compete once it was discovered what his age was. But we always respected his skill. We always did. And years later, I'm glad to see that he's still playing. And he is just as rock solid as ever. Really upcoming talent, in my opinion. And I hope we can see him more.
No, 100%. And I'd like to see him right now, but he's not joining the lobby. Come on, Stunner. Get in the Massive Strike Room. Yeah, man. Let's go. There he is. I like how
Stunner's not... He's not 14. He's not that old anymore. He was like 15 or something during Pro League.
He was super young at the time. Fabs, you will be up against Foxy in a handful of games time, as we have a bunch of winners finals left to go. Cheap Eddie in the channel. How's it going, dude? Welcome, dude.
What's up, bro? Shout out to Cheap Eddie, a man that we miss very much and have fond memories of back in the Pro League days.
I miss Cheap Eddie. I miss all those, all the Russian guys. I miss...
Man, that first Evo in 2015 where it was like... That one Evo where... It was like us, Foxy, Omega K, Nivek, Cheap Eddie, Madzin. Oh, man. Taco was there as well. No, was he?
I don't know. I actually can't remember. I don't think so.
No, it was mid-season showdown. It was Taco versus Madsen. Oh, wait, no. Are we sure? I can't remember. Man, my memory's terrible. Whole bunch of people went out there, but I can't remember if it was almost the entire... At the time, yeah, EU boys were definitely all the way out there. It was great. Nivek and Nicolas got to finally hang out again. They hadn't seen each other for years because Nicolas was currently living in Chicago. So he'd moved out of Greece. So that entire Evo, they were just hanging out the whole time because they hadn't, like, they're just catching up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Taco's in chat. It says he wasn't Evo. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who was at season 1. I remember it was you versus Madsen in the mid-season, wasn't it? It was that crazy close, like, matchup.
Sub-mirror, yeah. A Grandmaster mirror.
That was
All
well
right,
good.
so we have winners finals of the pool. This is for winners side top 16. Makaran versus Dat Pro Stunner. Makaran, who has been a Scarlet player since day 1, and Dat Pro Stunner, who's been a Baraka player since day 1. Not two characters you see too often nowadays. I feel like both of them had their quite a lot of representation early on, but it's definitely kind of faded away over time. But definitely two strong representatives for these characters, right? Baraka definitely seems to be on the lower end of a lot of players' tier lists right now, but obviously still has some of the highest practical damage output in the game for 1 bar, absolutely. Good buttons, decent. The thing about Baraka is that he doesn't really... The only thing he excels in is damage. He's just okay at everything else. But, you know, okay is good enough for a lot of people when you have the kind of shotgun damage he has access to, but then you have Scarlet, obviously, a bit more keep-away oriented, but herself has some issues. But when you get these players that really specialize these characters with those problems, you really kind of see the next level of how players are kind of playing around those issues and how they approach, especially in tournaments. So I'm really excited to see how we do here.
There's going to be a lot of emphasis on Stunner making sure he has his flawless blocks ready to rock, because Scarlet is a character that seems really strong until you start flawless blocking a lot of her greater tools, and that's where she can struggle. Speaking of which, we did see a flawless block coming through there. Opened up by the 1-1-2, and that's going to be Marauder damage incoming. The breakaway used at the very last minute just to make sure the combo wasn't going to
we got tagged.
Yeah, that was almost the game over, by the way. One clip of that 1-1-2 would have killed the fatal blow in play. Stands up a little bit too early into the Blood Ball restand situation, and he gets clipped. Maybe that was a potentially a flawless block attempt that didn't work. Tyrell of Nazgoth, we have not seen the friendship trailer. We're going to watch it after.
Now we see closer to the corner. Remember, this is Blood Drive. She has the slow ball, but she loses the mobility of teleport. She loses the parry to deal with gaps. So this variation much more built around just staying as far away as possible. But when you're forced into the corner like this, a lot more difficult to deal with. But even at this health, it's going to be hard to trade. Oh, but the call out, you see, Stunner? He knew that Makaran was going to end that string early. Immediately went for that forward 2 as an answer.
I like Stunner's use of that forward 2 with Baraka purely because, look, he's not going to win the range war in this matchup. But at least at that range, he has a couple of things that he can enforce, especially when you factor in the sparks.
Ooh, hang on a minute.
Hang on a sec. Yeah, he just got opened up cleanly. And Scarlet, one of the bigger things about her Fatal Blow is that it's one of the more powerful ones in the game, damage-wise.
But it is going to give Makaran the healthy, too. That heal on the projectile just put him over throw kill territory. But a fuzzy! No! Oh, no! That was a big risk. And yeah, Pro Stunner tried to interrupt that jump in. Tried to interrupt it, but didn't work out. That was so dangerous as well, Stunner. He got the punish, but that immediate breakaway was so clutch from Makaran. That instant breakaway is the thing that kept him alive in that game. My goodness.
100%, man. That was impressive as hell. I really liked the because most players wouldn't even think to breakaway that.
Yeah, there was no hesitation. That was just straight up breakaway instant.
Yeah, not at all. Bruh. Man, massive strike, week 3. We're getting that a lot. I mean, this is in many ways our last chance for everyone here. Only 2 players. Remember as well, added pressure because only 2 players actually will be making it through. We had 3 for week 1 and 3 for week 2. This final week acting as somewhat of a last chance qualifier. It's grand finals or bust. So there is a ton of pressure. And the pressure is not as bad if you can move on in the winner's bracket. Loser's bracket, it's like, bro, you can't lose at all. And you have to get minimum top 2. Like, that's a tall order. Even up until losers finals, you're not safe.
Round 1, fight.
Now, what do we see next? Because that second round was all stunner, but Makaran, again, it's that underrated utility of just being able to heal in this game. Makaran getting a healing projectile and then getting a confirm into Fatal Blow is what had that game go down the way it did. Let's go live with Rio in chat. Welcome, dude. I love the way Makaran does that. He uses the slow balls to guarantee him getting some kind of offense. Because if Pro Stunner is content to just sit there and block it, it's going to give you some free frame traps. Get those plus frames.
That forward 4-4 crushing blow does not work for Marauder at all because he just hasn't got any buttons to get around it.
Damn. You ever seen 380 damage off a mid-screen jump kick?
Yo. How much damage did we get off a wake-up flawless block on a down 1? Come on now.
A little bit.
Oh, so
and that's dangerous.
Sorry, swallowing air. Stunner. In a bit of a back foot situation right now because Makaran, the ranged play is nearly completely flawless. And we're seeing a bunch of flawless blocks and it's still not really helping him as much. It's avoiding some of the chip damage and stuff like that. But the moment we're up close, Makaran, he's just making the better reads. He's making the better plays here. However, Spark is going to come out, amplify for more damage. Super Mario Brothers over the tentacle. Oh, the backup. Could have been more damage, but remember Marauder. He's not going to get as much bang for his buck on that forward 4-4 crushing blow outside the corner.
But that right there, that's not the first time that's happened. Pro Stunner, he keeps thinking that he's ducked under the Blood Ball, but he keeps standing up into like the really later frames of it. You can tell it's really locking him down. Like, just you see how much chip damage he just took there? That was projectile Blood Ball tongue. That was like 5%. Makaran playing really well. Good lord.
I mean, the problem with Baraka is very much that he's kind of like a layer 1 character, isn't he? So when you look at the damage and you look at how much he can output, it's like, yo, how can this character not be top 5? But then you look at all the added layers that people are starting to bring to the table now, where flawless blocks are becoming really well. Players are more defensive. They're more wise to being opened up less by these auto shimmies and stuff like that. And you start to realize that Baraka, the damage, while it's great, and it is super strong, it's not what it once was. And it's not because Baraka lost anything. It's because players are just getting better at playing the game. Kind of like Dark Sabbath Noob Saibot. You know, Dark Sabbath was seen as really, really strong early on. And then when more people start learning how to tackle Noob Saibot, Dark Sabbath, by pure player experience alone, starts to kind of downgrade a little bit without even having its tools removed.
Prince Panther says in chat, just confirming that the funds have arrived. I didn't see the prize pool updated. The Maturino still has the most recent donation was KP, so nothing has come in since then.
Maturino does sometimes take a while to update things, though, so by all means, we'll just keep an eye on it, but it does sometimes take a little bit of time.
Fundamentally, Baraka, but the thing is, like, Baraka is still definitely like a threatening character. He's by no means terrible. It's just
here we go.
His biggest problem has always been being zoned out, and obviously Blood Drive Scarlet is the strongest zoner of the 3 variations of Scarlet. So this is like the extreme of one thing that definitely can give Baraka issues. But at the same time, if he does get in, obviously he has the damage to just shotgun out and take 400 damage at a time. It's just getting in a situation to realistically hit that. It's going to be harder in this matchup than you might see.
King Tez J, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime again, and welcome for the 18 months you've been sticking around. But in this matchup, it's not just the projectiles, though, is it? Like, Scarlet, she's a zoner through so many more means than just that. Stunner's going to keep it nice and guaranteed with the standing 4 at the end. But what Makaran is doing, it's not just the projectile game, it's the fact that he's got so many buttons that chain into them at the same time. And he's playing his range too. Like, he's not being super unsafe. Her wake-up game, absolutely one of the weakest, if you factor in how many characters can low profile it. Now, this is where Stunner needs. He needs to keep Makaran in this corner. He can't allow extra pushback. The further we see Makaran pushed full screen, the more of an advantage he'll have.
Oh, the disrespect. Scarlet again,
Breakaway,
those fat plus frames mid-screen, but Pro Stunner sticking out that down 1. Oh, there's another anti-air. Now, this has been the biggest thing that's helping Makaran in this set so far, is just the apprehension. Stunner wants to move in with these forward fours. He wants to go in with these jump-ins, but Makaran has just been consistently whiff punishing, anti-airing. But right there, unfortunately, the opposite end, and Stunner gets that full screen, almost forward 4. He might be dead here. Oh, and there's the damage. Not even close to being just enough either. Stunner had more than enough damage in the tank for that, and Stunner gets his first game on the board, 2-1 now.
The important thing was the positioning, though. That Stunner was able to keep her back to the corner. Someone in chat says Sonic called her wake-up game cheap. I mean, I guess it depends on the context, because a bunch of characters can low-profile her wake-up options, which make it really hard for her to really do anything. It depends on what you really want to use the wake-ups for. Like, what was the context? Because most of the time when I see Scarlet players, they talk about how a wake-up game is not that good.
I mean, her up 3 still has some of the longest range in the game. Like, her up 3 is still a good wake-up attack. Like, it can be low profile by certain characters in certain situations, but generally speaking, it's going to be one of the longer range that you have to deal with. And a character that has the buttons she has, obviously, it's, you know, it's uncomfortable. And her up 2 used to be one of the worst in the game, if not the worst, but obviously it got a lot better in a recent patch.
I mostly see players talk about low profiling it these days. Of course, I don't play Scarlet, so take my opinion with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, but it's not a case that every character in the game can just make it whiff every single time. Like, you have to play around it.
Round 1, fight.
I'm loving this matchup, by the way. Two characters that you don't see every day.
Oh, that was really well timed.
That's gonna
Stunner knew exactly what angle that jump kick was going to send him at.
I mean, no character in this game is completely bad, guys. Mortal Kombat 11 is really balanced in terms of characters. I mean, the top tier, I mean, they're the best, right? But the lower end, marauder damage. The lower end of the tier list is not unviable.
Yeah, the only real disparity comes from... Also, did you see that Baraka round? Two combos and a throw and you're dead? That's Baraka.
I think I blinked.
That's Baraka. Right there. 2 combos and a throw is a textbook Baraka round. Or
no, but again...
round, I should say.
But again, Makaran doesn't have any...
That would have been so clean.
Scary.
No resources.
No. No break. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm looking at the wrong side. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Oh. Makaran lives to fight another day.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, no. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Just realized I didn't get the names right.
Oh, yeah. It's 2 stunners.
Not Macron.
Another call out on the flawless blocks, by the way. The raw buttons and the heal. Let's see if Makaran can make this play. A little bit of damage, notch by notch. Pro Stunner sitting on a breakaway, though, so it's going to take a little bit more work, I think, to take this health down. Stunner unlikely to get opened up by projectiles.
Even just trade blade sparks. It's just when Makaran gets the bar. Oh, and the flawless block. There it is. Oh,
overhead. Watch your head right there, mate. Go on, watch out.
What? I didn't know you could do that.
No.
Oh.
Reverse 3-0? Is that what we're looking at right now?
Yo, I might interrupt for a sec as the Matcherino has just updated. Prince Panther with a $250 contribution.
Thank you so much.
With a message of all the best from Team Panther. And that brings our total up to $1,883 on the Matcherino. Holy shit. You are too kind, my dude. Thank you very much.
I would also like to let everyone know that due to that generous donation, we have officially broken the $3,000 pot margin, and our final pot for the finals right now, work in progress, of course, $3,100 for our top 8 players. The community has really come through with the generosity. We appreciate it, but more importantly, these players and Europe and CIS appreciate it too. Thank you all so much, and here's seeing how far we can take it. I did not expect us to breach $3,000.
No, not even close.
Here we are.
Like when we put this all together and we decided we'd throw in our £1,000 to start thing off, we were content for that being all we were going to raise. We're like, look, if that's what it is, it's fine. That by itself is definitely enough for people to warrant playing. But the fact that we have got $3,000 minimum pot right now and still a week of climbing to go blows my mind. You guys are too generous. Thank you so much for doing this for the players, for the European and CIS community.
Oh, that's tragic.
These players that you're watching right now are the ones that will directly benefit from that. Obviously, not a penny of it goes to us. The only expense will be if Matcherino accrues any fees for transferring the money. I think there's a tiny percentage that they take. All of it will go to the players. Everything that can go to players, which will be the vast majority, is going to them. And it's a top 8 playout. So making the top 8 finals guarantees money. So thank you guys so much for your continued support.
Oh, the buffer. Buffering that forward 4 into gutted. Right, the magic rain folded. Dead. R.I.P. I feel like Makaran just has lost all of this momentum. Makaran looked so unstoppable the second we had the full screen, we had the real estate to work with. But now, Stunner, the game plan, I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to stick out forward 4. As long as Baraka is in forward 4 range, Scarlet now has to sweat a little bit.
But also, Pro Stunner was able to hold on to the Fatal Blow too. Recognizing that I didn't need to spend it there. Makaran already had no defensive bar. Oh, and another force block. Makaran cannot be tested on those.
Good tech. Even though Makaran is match point down on the verge of a reverse 3-0, still playing rock solid. Unfortunately, this forward 4 game.
Oh, no! But in the corner! In the corner, it doesn't work! Uh-oh.
Scary times here for Makaran. Potentially the last lifeline. Do not get opened up. There is no breakaway, and every single grab makes you more susceptible to that crazy damage.
Oh, no!
Especially now.
Chop.
Danger.
Forbidden tech.
Danger territory. Alarm bell!
Again! All it's doing is wasting bar.
Wee-woo, wee-woo, wee-woo.
You know, his Pro Stunner has no care in the world of throwing up that 1-1-2. If your back's to the wall, he is not going to get punished. Now, here we go. This is what Makaran needs. Oh, tries to go underneath, but slightly mistimes it at this health. Now has to be careful with the Blade Spark. At this health, it will kill. Uh-oh.
Put his life on the line for that one. If there was an amplifier, we would have seen a brutality right there.
Game 5 is what we got there. Pro Stunner with a fatality. Makaran sent to losers, and Pro Stunner going to be winning his pool, and we'll see him in winner's side top 16. Very cool.
Quark, do you have 50 minutes until... Have you played your winners finals match off stream then?
I mean, we won't get all of them. If it's on the stream queue, we can get it. But if it's not on the stream queue, then obviously... You know.
Shouts to Stunner for a reverse 3-0, by the way.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, yeah, Quark, we are not streaming every winners finals. It's top 16 as priority. So if you have already made it through, then I would say you can order food. Just be kind of, have one ear on there because, we don't know how long we can get through these matches.
Okay, we want... All right, we want... next will be Cheap Eddie versus Deadlift. Cheap Eddie and Deadlift, can you get in the room, please, my friend?
Do you have 50 minutes? I mean, you have until we've got through these matches, basically.
We don't have specific times. If the tournament has begun, we're just going through, so please be attentive.
That was a really good matchup. Really good. Makaran, I think it was the adaptation from Stunner, honestly, for it was positioning more than anything else. Less time full screen, more emphasis on that forward 4, pushing Makaran into the corner and actually being able to keep him there. That's easier said than done, but managed to make it work. Where's Passport Scorpion? Chat, you already know what to do.
I rotated my whole room 180 degrees. Yeah, I flipped around my entire construction and I made all the posters the wrong way around. Cheap Eddie, are you here? Cheap Eddie. Stream to Cheap Eddie, are you there?
Super glad to see Stunner back in the fray, by the way.
Cheap Eddie, can you join the room? Your game versus Deadlift is now.
See what he's up to. I really want a cup of tea.
Same, actually. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. Of course, this is Massive Strike, Week 3. We are finding who will be our last qualified players for our finals next week. How would we buff Baraka? Honestly, if you want to do, like, not a laundry list of changes, but something that will massively impact him, give him Oki off one of his throws. If you give Baraka off one of his throws, he will be like Nightwolf, pretty much. Like, it's the absolute, abbreviated version of it. Literally, give him Oki off one of his throws, and he will be miles better. That one change. You'll be surprised how much that one change will have, like, knock-on effects to the rest of his game. I feel like you can't give him better movement, though, because he hits like an atomic bomb. You know what I mean? You can't give a character that does, like... I mean, you look at someone like Kotal Khan.
Can you explain Oki? Oki is basically
right,
kind of like... Yeah, I did. I'm accepting it now.
Brilliant.
Oki is essentially kind of just like... I mean, it's the act of pressure of doing something on Wake Up. Oki is short for Okazemi. And it's a general term that is just knockdown advantage. Yeah, Mighty Manda, you pointed out right as I said it. It's for me to kind of do something as you're standing up. That is the Okazemi.
It's to pressure...
I totally forgot that Cheap Eddie plays Terminator. It's
to pressure your opponent as they're getting off the ground. It's pretty much the absolute. It's It's like when people say, what's the Oki? What's going to be the Oki here? It's what's the read, right? You're doing something to them as they get off the ground. That is Oki.
What's the play on Wake Up? Oh, Kazemi, what the attacker is doing? Yeah, it's what the attacker is doing off your Wake Up.
Round 1.
Right, let me quickly sort this out, and then I'll make it full screen.
Right, Cheap Eddie going in with the Dark Fate. I have actually never seen, Cheap Eddie's Terminator before. Now, Deadlift, we know he doesn't play Cassie as a main, so I do think there's a potential counter pick here, because Cassie, she's gonna keep Terminator really far away. I believe this was the exact same matchup that knocked Omega K out too in the winner's bracket. I imagine it's a matchup Terminator players dislike intently. Now, here's that restand situation. Oh, he's clipped. Now, Cheap Eddie needs to look for his opportunity, but it's going to be tricky now. His back's to the wall. Ah, he's already going for that 3-hit string that you don't see all the time from Terminator players. Right, restand. What's it going to be? Good block.
Oh, flawless block.
Ugh. Break the back. I'll be back.
I like how Cheap Eddie's opting to go for the low kick ender, because I'm pretty sure it's safe. I don't know for sure. Oh, and Digital Soldier. Deadlift. The amplified nutcracker. But I like the way Cheap Eddie, he's like most Terminator players would do 1-2-1 on block no matter what, but that does leave you point blank. I feel like doing the low kick ender, whatever the input is, leaves you a little bit further away.
Now back to that zoning game. Terminator. When Terminator can get the blender going, the character looks absolutely broken.
Oh.
But this is ultimately, yeah, the big payout is that Terminator has to mix. I mean, Dark Fate at least has to live and die by the mix and is susceptible to being zoned out. So when you combine those together, it's why Deadlift has likely gone for this matchup. I mean, and even then, he's actually guessing right every time. He's playing this matchup perfectly.
Oh, we tried to whiff punish a little bit too far away. Oh, and there it is! There's the Dark Fate.
Mid-screen snackish.
Oh, that's going to be the crushing blow. No, he's got it ready now.
Oh, he overcommits to the overhead, though. Overcommits, and the delay wake-up's going to open him up. Optimization from Deadlift. Wonderful little combo to the end. Whiff. Fatal blows in play, so Cheap Eddie actually has to be very careful. Shotgun.
Oh!
I was very nervous about that whiff. Overcommits and then punish. Clean punish.
Now, what I think we're seeing signs of here is we are seeing a pocket counter pick. This is definitely, obviously, we've seen Deadlift play, and he has this insane Jackie. But this is where you have a character that definitely hasn't had the same level of time put into it, right? We're seeing a lot of, like, you know, unsafe things finished on block as much. Kind of more apprehensive decisions like that from Deadlift. This is definitely a pocket counter pick. I imagine if this doesn't work out, we'll definitely see a change back to the main.
Mix up. The blender begins. Step. Now Cheap Eddie in the driver's seat. What's he going to do? Jumps himself in the corner. But it's a mix into mix. He's not punishable, though, thankfully. Whiff punish. Breakaway. Did he instant jump because he knows there's a breakaway? Then
oh, that's crushing blow.
Grab.
He might be
Crushing
dead.
Blow. He's dead. He's got jump kick air grab. This one is over. 100%. Ugh.
Oh,
hello.
What was that? What was that combo? I've never seen that.
I've never seen. I've never seen that combo. You're so used to seeing just jump kick into air grab after that because the amplify was ready. Was Deadlift the young player? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he is.
Cheap Eddie. Clean combo.
Terminator. I love watching Terminator. I hate playing against him, but I love watching Terminator.
Living tissue of a cybernetic... Oh my god, I had it. Living tissue over cybernetic organism. The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Part man, part machine. Built for the cyborgs.
Jackie Briggs.
Yo, I revisited Terminator recently. Like, I haven't seen the whole film in a while, but... Bro, Kyle Reese in that first film was like so much better than anything that any of the future films ever tried to put out.
Maybe Terminator 1.
Like, the Kyle Reese in Genesis was like... He was like too clean. He was too built.
I always thought it looks a lot like Big D.
He looked... Oh my fucking god.
Kyle Reese in Terminator Genesis looks like Big D.
He does.
Tell
well, there
me
was
I'm
that
wrong.
kind of... There was that time frame where Hollywood was really trying to push... I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that was playing Kyle Reese in that film. They were really trying to push him, but...
No, he's been in
Genesis-
a bunch. He was Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad.
No, the biggest problem Genesis had was just horrendous miscasting. Like,
Ooh,
Amelia
and again.
really good. But yeah, Amelia Clark, Sarah Connor, I didn't buy that for a second. Like, she didn't do a terrible job. It's just a really bad miscast. In my opinion. Humble opinion. Now the change to Jackie. To the main. But Cheap Eddie, he's looking to mix. You have to watch out with the air mobility because Cheap Eddie, he's going to smash.
Cheap Eddie spinning the bar. Didn't kill, but it's going to give that command grab, crushing blow.
Oh, no! No beater for the extra damage, though.
Oh, but the walk back.
Is Terminator 2 or 1 better? I mean,
2.
Terminator 2. 2 is the finest sequel ever made.
1 is good, but Terminator 2 is just one of the best sci-fi movies of all time.
Ah, damn.
Round 2.
But now you can see, Cheap Eddie, as long as he's building up those command grabs, he's going to stand somewhat of a chance here. That's such a big win. I think some characters have, like, certain crushing blows that, like,
wow,
the condition on it. That was really good. And Terminator's command grab crushing blow is definitely one of them, where if he has that, his chance to win just skyrockets.
Combo drop there from Cheap Eddie, though. Not that it really matters, being half health up. Shotgun. He's going to pay out those sleeps. Yeah, he's looking for it. Deadlift, you know. Oh, no! You hate to see that.
Oh, and again! Consistently, we're seeing Cheap Eddie do that.
Ugh. He's not gonna cash out. Good block and the punish. Okay. Potentially the beginnings of a comeback. This is Jackie, remember. She's not gonna have the fatal blow, so that will contribute. He's gonna get opened up. Mix up.
Plus frames.
Plus frame. Cheap Eddie having to hold the grabs. Now, just like that, we've become scary territory.
Ooh, jump kick, wake up, confirmed. Didn't even spend the bar.
What's nerve-wracking now is that Terminator, he's one of those potential win condition characters because
so
he's got the grab, he's got fatal blow. No, he's got the grab and he's got the fatal blow. Sorry, Jay, I was ignoring you. But
wow.
The final round. I was too focused talking about Terminator.
Bad commentator.
Bad caster.
Damn casters.
Unprofessional. I bet they hate each other. IRL! Oh no! Deadlift, you got a breakaway, but now, do not get grabbed. Don't get grabbed. I do wonder if that overhead was supposed to be a grab.
We'll never know.
Deadlift, don't leap, for the love of God.
Oh, that was a big call out from Cheap Eddie there.
Now, Cheap Eddie, if he lands a single grab, the damage is going to be insane. Mix.
Uh-oh.
Mix again. Not max distance, though, so that's not going to crushing blow. No fatal blow for Deadlift, who's in big trouble here.
Oh, the call out again! How many times? Cheap Eddie! 2-0. That's like the 4th time in that one match he anti-aired with just a grab. That was so good.
Now, the thing about being in and living in the CIS is that you're going to fight a lot of Jackies. So you bet your ass Cheap Eddie knows the matchup.
My goodness. That was absolute termination of the highest degree. And then we just have a lingering shot of just dead Jackie on the floor. Does anything say it better?
Is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop mixing until you are dead.
Fire block low.
Can you stop? Can you stop it? I don't know. With these matchups, I don't know.
Is there a cabal in my path? I guess. Maybe.
On a good day.
Yo, is that a Cassie? Is that a main or a pocket?
It wasn't always like this. Back then, we had anti-airs.
Back then, Mortal Kombat didn't have these combat kits. Terminator could run free against Scorpion and Sub-Zero in the 90s.
The subway, Shao Kahn's arena, it's all gone. Tyrax and Sector.
All your favorite characters just had fucking kids. And now their kids are in the fucking military. And they're killing the shit out of the Terminator.
Oh yeah, he totally swapped to next gen. I've completely missed this.
Ooh, that's actually an interesting choice. Because that is what you need against the Terminator. You need to keep him away. And Upgraded is good at getting in. Upgraded doesn't keep you away. But not that it's a bad matchup. I think this is just worth another try.
I mean, no, in all seriousness, guys, I don't know why the combat kids get so much hate. I think it's maybe...
Speaking of hate, check out this chat comment. All caps. Ban me if you want. Jackie takes no skills, and people who play her are carried scums. Carried scums. I won't ban you, but I will time you out. But carried scums is funny.
No offense. All right, launch. Again, Cheap Eddie. I'm loving these combos. He doesn't actually like mix as heavy as some of the other Terminators that we say. When the time comes, he does enforce the mix-up. But he's actually like way more sort of neutral focused. He's letting Deadlift kind of make the first move every time. That's so much damage for a single button. Bloody hell.
But I like the way Deadlift is actually ending in the dome. Because remember, the dome gives Jackie that back throw crushing blow, which he went for. But Cheap Eddie... Oh, mix upon mix! The blender! Well,
wait a minute, one more mix up. What's Deadlift can do? Don't
breathe this! No! Don't punish this!
No! I can't believe it. I can't believe that happened.
Damn, Cheap Eddie, the choke. He had to punish.
Hope he does not live to regret it. You know, my theory is that I think when you look at the 4 new younger characters, I can only assume that some people were probably upset that like their lesser favorite versions of those characters made it in. Because if you're asking me of those 4 new characters, who do I like the most? I do Takeda number 1, Kung Jin number 2. And the 2 ones I preferred didn't make it into the game. But I guess it's because I never had a massive attachment to any of them. I don't really mind. But I can understand why like a Takeda player is like, they get to see Cassie and Jackie, but they don't get to see Takeda. You know what I mean?
Still,
but
though,
that's roster, bro. Roster life.
I feel bad for Cheap Eddie. That he blocked the fatal blow. He just didn't get the punish. He tried to dash up standing 1, but stubby limbs, boys. It was just a bit too slow.
If he used the skin where Terminators actually had skin on his robot arm rather than the skin being off, maybe he would have had the extra pixels to get the punish.
Maybe. Damn, came from the future and blundered there.
If he comes from the future, you'd think he'd expect to give his arm more, more reach and that.
Round 1, fight.
Yo, the MKX character I missed the most from that is new was Ferritor. I actually really miss Ferritor. Ferritor was sick.
Now here's that change, that next gen. Look at that ticking damage over time slowly add up.
Bleed next, Jake. Cheap
My
Eddie's
goodness.
barely even got anywhere near in the amount of damage that he's taken from the goop. Really going to show that Jackie, I mean, we do see upgraded almost all the way, but she's a character that has 3 absolutely phenomenal variations. That's not a full combo, though. Cheap Eddie didn't quite look like he believed that was going to connect, so he didn't go for the launching version. All right, the dome. Here we go. Man, Cheap Eddie getting zoned out fiercely. Can he mix for an entire round? Empty jump. The jumps and the blocks.
He's just away from the fire. He actually almost died to that.
Deadlift, what's going to happen? Mix!
Oh, he could have done a fatal blow. Can he? Oh! Here it
Give him a
comes.
thumbs up!
Oh, that's so rude, dude. Imagine making a comeback off 50-50s and then Terminator just looks you dead in the eye and gives you a thumbs up with a fake smile. It isn't in his programming to instinctively smile. He does it because he knows it's going to annoy you.
Yo, this Terminator had to exist on Earth for years and years to even learn how to smile like that, and then he uses it to BM you after a mix. Come on now.
Oh, speaking of which, Cheap Eddie went for that 2 steps ahead play. The cancelled run into air grab.
Down 4. Sticking up those buttons. Cheap Eddie, the down 1. Wait, this is actually really scary if you're in dead left shoes. The air grab comes up. There's nothing. Goop. Blocked. Meter gone. No anti-air attempt from Cheap Eddie. He's going to hold this and be respectful.
Oh, and again, the call out. But you'll notice every time Cheap Eddie goes for that air grab to change his jumping trajectory, it's throwing off Deadlift. Even if he gets an anti-air, it's going to be a weird angle. Oh, counter hit. Break the heel.
Now, Cheap Eddie is definitely enforcing the overhead low mix-up more than the grab. I think he's so nervous to enforce the grab. No! Restand! No!
He had the shotgun. I didn't even realize.
I didn't even pay attention that it was ready. I didn't notice. But now, what do you do, Deadlift? You can't go for the goop anymore. The shotgun's going to take you out.
That could have been it. That read on the big boot, if that was a command grab, Deadlift would have been dead. Oh, good time.
I strongly think Cheap Eddie made a mistake by going in. I think he took an unnecessary risk.
I mean, it was a 50-50, right? It was going to be running grab or running big boot. And Deadlift was blocking. Called it out. It didn't pay off. It was greedy, but, you know, it was a read. Speaking of which, stomp. Not close enough for the KB, though. Yes, Deadlift is consistently delaying his wake up after that grab too.
Okay, knocked down again. Cheap Eddie.
Oh, he definitely went for a late anti-air. I know this is dangerous. No breakaway. What's the read again?
Cheap Eddie, I think he's so nervous to enforce that command grab, but Deadlift is blocking on wake up every time and content holding the overhead low mix up rather than the command
That's
grab.
the problem. Against someone like Jackie, all it takes is one. What's the read? And there it is again. Now see that right there, that boot connected because of the jump on a grab attempt. And there it is! That's death! Stomp! Oh, Cheap Eddie. 3-1 over Deadlift. Deadlift, who has been absolutely terrorizing week 1 and 2 of Massive Strike, falls to Cheap Eddie in winners finals of his pool. GG's.
Da, 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 na, na, na.
Bum, 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 bum.
Na, 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 na. My keyboard's not plugged in. Sorry, I can't do it today.
That was sick. Cheap Eddie, my man, never fails to impress.
I feel like I'm one of the only people out there that is actually really, really happy that the Terminator is in this game.
So our next games will be we have
Get the time to give this one too.
We have Puha versus Sonic Ninja. And then we're gonna be having Tavier versus Flet. How would I rate Cheap Eddie as a house guest? I mean, Cheap Eddie stayed... He never lived with us. He stayed with us for Evo that one time. We had a big room. Right, can I get Puha and Sonic Ninja? And then we'll have Javier versus Flet. Got schmixed. It's the Terminator effect, my guy. Robocop or Terminator? Ooh, for me, it's Terminator. I mean, I like Robocop 1, but I'm not a massive fan of Robocop as a character. Like, I'm not interested in playing him at all. Like, I'll play him, because I play every character when they come out for a bit, but, you know. Right, Puha and Sonic Ninja.
Robocop or Terminator? Oh, Terminator. Not even close.
Right,
Definitely
can you leave the lobby?
I'm leaving now. I'm loading back in. Yeah, Terminator for sure. I prefer Terminator. But I'm actually really glad the Terminator is in it, because not even is the Terminator, like, it's not only, sorry, that the Terminator is sick, and I really love the Terminator, but gameplay-wise, like, he's one of my favorite characters. He might even be my favorite character to watch. I just love watching just that crazy mix all the time. Because Terminator seems to have the hypest moments, doesn't he, guys, for a lot of people? Maybe it's just me, but...
It is like watching an MKX character.
Yeah, and I like that.
Sonic Ninja, we need you to join the lobby. Apologies, guys. I am seeing the queues. I know some of you guys have been waiting a while for your streamed games. I apologize for the wait. Honestly, like, we got to winners finals for, like, so many pools at the same time that, I mean, they have to be streamed, you know. We're making good time from the stream perspective. They are games that would like to be streamed, so I'm sorry to make you guys wait, but it is what it is in online tournaments, right? Everyone's reaching the same point at the same time, so... Link Not just messaged you and said he needs to go to DQ him. Alright, I mean, we'll wait and see if it rolls over. I'm gonna focus on this for now.
While we loaded, I'm connecting match. Let me just refreshy. Hey, so just to remind everyone about our ongoing. Well, there was a contribution, but it seems to have vanished. That's weird. I did notice was it 30 or 35? There was a donation.
I mean, you can always just wait until it comes back.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to come back.
No use thanking somebody that isn't there.
The tally is there, so I'll wait for it to come back. Just in case. Oh,
all right.
AFK. Sorry, I'm trying to AFK.
All right, I will pass it on to I'll pass it on to admins. Link Not. Thanks, dude.
So we did see Puha in last week's top 8, if memory serves. I believe he defeated a couple of players, actually. But Sonic Ninja. We've seen Sonic Ninja as a top 8 attendee as well. So we're starting to reach we're reaching those later stages of getting near top 8, aren't we? So yes. You're going to see some familiar faces. Mix galore equals hype character. I mean, not necessarily. It's more for Terminators. It's just the way he works. It's more the fact that his mix-ups result in, like, some sick moves that are fun to watch. There's a lot of crushing blows tied to those mix-ups as well. Upgraded is a mix-up character, and I don't particularly find her that interesting. But Terminator is a mix-up character who has loads of crushing blows, loads of cool brutalities that come off it. Like, visually, Terminator has a lot more going for it, and that's why I enjoy it. Plus the fact that, come on, it's Arnie. How can you go wrong? Mix-ups aren't always hype. They can be hype if you're a pure viewer alone, but sometimes mix-ups aren't that fun to watch. Like, case in point, Cyrax combos in MK9. If you've never seen MK9, you see Cyrax combos, they'll blow your mind. But the more you play MK9, the more you realize, like, I don't like any of this.
Speak for yourself. I love him.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's
shut
super
up,
hype.
Jake. We're different. We're different.
Questionable example, considering who's literally sitting right here. You knew I was going to disagree. Oh, big hit. Now, of course, all eyes are on Cabal right now, thanks to Kerbo doing so well in the Coliseum last night. And, of course, Sonic Ninja is kind of our resident Kerbo. Day 1 Cabal main. Young Gun from the UK on the up and up. He, of course, won Hyper Combo Unchained because one of our regionals in the UK had some a lot of stat competition there. Taking it over the likes of Video Games Yo and Bracket.
Sonic Ninja remains a unofficial video game show tournament demon, which I find to be quite a good situation for him, because he's just had the juice for that matchup, hasn't he? But we might be able to see that. Maybe it will change as we're getting closer. I love it, the flawless block, and that's actually not really bad because now he's got the mid screen again.
But here's the thing about Puha. Like, we can obviously see that CIS has a lot of Jackie players. Like, there are a supreme amount of especially upgraded players in CIS. And I feel like Puha kind of rises to the top of a very stacked pool. You know what I mean? Like, Puha is, like, one of the CIS players that we see the most on this character doing well. So this is going to be a sick match. Now,
but we are going to see a fatal blow.
Is that going to kill? I don't think so.
I mean, it's late in the combo.
But gas, no, gas. If he can get gas out, which... Let's switch out. Ooh.
He hasn't got it. He has to wait for it to come back.
There it is!
Perfectly timed!
He just breathed on her.
No, I mean, Sonic Ninja timed that. Sonic Ninja timed that perfectly because he did the regular gas first, so that by the time the amplify button was pressed, that is right when it comes back. Now, that was a little bit of micro optimization that kept him alive because it was in the middle of the leap even coming out, so it was quite risky. What is the mini game that we talk about? Ice Bloke. It is entirely down to you both press your 3 button during every or some main hits of the fatal blow, and depending on how you time it, you can reduce the damage by a small margin or increase the damage.
It's supposed to be pressing 3, so pressing X or A, whatever it is you're on. Pressing your 3 button as damage is registered during the fatal blow. But it's really weird, and I don't like it at all. I actually would rather it just be turned off.
No, I agree with you too, because I don't like it too. I just don't understand why it exists. Like, damage should be consistent there, in my opinion, and I feel
like for a
it.
super, like, yeah, you kind of have to know how much it's going to do, in my opinion.
Yeah,
for a one-time thing as well,
isn't
like,
it?
Yeah. It's odd to give damage numbers on the health bar, but then add that kind of element of uncertainty.
Yeah, a lot of people mash it. You can time it, but most people don't.
I mean, you may as well just mash it, because timing it doesn't ever seem to quite work.
All right, knockdown here, Sonic Ninja. Staggering, Cabal. I mean, if there's one thing he's going to have in droves, it's always going to be the stagger for Cabal.
Damn, that conversion was sick. Oh my god. That was actually gnarly, dude.
It is cool that Cabal is like less vulnerable to those breakaways if he commits to the Nomad Dash. Sometimes it puts him in a bad position, like screen-wise, but most of the time it just allows him to go back to the full screen.
Ooh,
no profile for back one. And a flawless block attempt that did not come out. You hate to try and flawless block. He believes in it. Fatal blows in play, so if he gets one clean opening, yeah, he puts a lot of risk into it, but doesn't quite work out.
That's going to be a round for Puha. Sonic Ninja back to the wall.
Oh, that could have been a big punish right there. Oh, that was a late down one. Oh, this time it's going to get clipped though. Corner pressure, upgraded time to play.
Oh, tried to punish the roll a little bit too late. Oh, tried to whiff punish again, but walked into it. Oh, that could have been huge. That was a counter hit, no less. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, he got thrown out. He tried to do wake up standing 3 and got thrown out of it.
Looking for the wake up question blow, right? 100%. Because Puha does that. He's done that a lot, actually. I did it a ton last week, too. Oh, scary. Good tech. Ninja.
Oh!
Needs to be really careful. Every time he's opening up Puha with a single button, though, it's individual, so he can't convert. Crushing blow. Thank you for the escape failed.
Oh, plus Puha. Frames being respected again.
Yeah, scary.
Oh, and there it is. Now that's
reversal frames.
That's one thing that Sonic Ninja does with Cabal that I feel like he does more than anyone is just straight up hook grab as a reversal punish on fatal blows. He will save his hook grab crushing blow specifically for blocked fatal blows. Because most of the time, it's gonna work, because it's not that slow on startup. It moves him forward, and you get the reversal timing, and because it will counter hit punish, it's gonna crushing blow. And it's so scary when he does that. On that delay beforehand, you know Puha's trying to play around that flawless block. Uh-oh.
And yeah.
Oh, but chose to go for the gas. He knew the breakaway was coming. Oh,
Crushing
that was
blow,
cool.
thanks to the distance. Low. Risky stuff, actually, from Puha right there. With no defensive bar, that's a risky decision. Reversal, crushing blow versus the spins. No confirm. Sonic Ninja.
Oh, he tried it again! He might have sealed his fate.
Yeah, he killed himself. He's killed
Yeah,
himself
that's not the first time he tried to go for wake up standing 3 and got killed for it. Uh-oh! You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Now you're dead. Yo, what do you call, hang on, wait, no, I forgot the joke. Never mind. I knew the joke I was going to say, and it starts off with, what do you call her? And then I was like, hang on a minute. No, I can't remember the rest.
So you didn't really remember the joke, you just remembered the intro to most jokes.
That's what I say, knock knock. Oh, never mind.
Oh yeah, I forget about it. Oh dear. But that does mean a 2-0 lead currently for Sonic Ninja. Looks like it's not going so well for our CIS Jackies this week.
Not yet, not yet. Early days, obviously. This is all winners action, so everyone we've seen is very much still in.
Chat, don't even go there.
Forbidden internet memes.
I tried so hard to forget.
Any tips to do that brutal? I just rotate my thumbstick like an absolute asshole. I am.
Wait, you have to rotate it.
You have to draw a counterclockwise circle, based on wherever direction you're going, like a circle towards them.
Can we ban commentator singing? Bro, this is our tournament. I do what I want.
And you can ban it in your tournaments, but it's my tournament. You will
Exactly.
like it. You will accept it, and you will not question it.
There and like it.
Oh, both bars gone, just like that.
You can't really do it for Mortal Kombat 11 music though, because it's a bit too like orchestrated. There's not as much like MK11. It doesn't have like the you know. MK11 doesn't have those kind of moments. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh man, Sonic Ninja looking really good. The wake up jump is gonna knock him out of the air, but no damage really. Puha consistently low on defensive resources too. Keep the side. I love the fact that the spins can keep forward facing.
Sonic Ninja absolutely just destroying so far. Puha down on match point in 2 games. Say Sonic Ninja, he's been somewhat inconsistent over the last couple of weeks, right? He's always playing, he has like some big wins, but then it's clutching it out in the end that he seems to struggle with. But right now, we are not seeing that at all. Then again, I do want to make sure I haven't spoken too soon. And that walk back, you know Puha is very, very respectful of that. Flawless block attack, plus frames. Okay. Oh no! The mistimed meaty. It's the instant wake up buttons. Oh, and there's the buffer.
Oh,
that's the Sonic Ninja special.
He loves buffering that back forward one, man. So good at it. And I guarantee that jump kick was an OS too. Just in case. Maybe not so much in the corner though, because it covers itself, but there's a throw.
Blow. I mean, fatal blows there for both players. One hit will do this for either.
Right, patience. Absolute patience from Sonic Ninja.
Oh my
God! He does it! He only went and bloody did it!
Puha literally spent every resource into buttons to make himself minus and wasn't done. And still did fatal blow.
A bit panicky, didn't it? But it worked.
I mean,
gotta give it its credit.
It's a
Gotta give it
desperate
credit.
play, but it worked.
Fight.
Like, it's desperate for sure, but it worked out. And it has even the game, right? So it absolutely makes sense.
If that's the moment that this actually starts a comeback for Puha, what a play. The whole thing. The pressure, the low. He gets caught trying to jump. Sonic Ninja, it's falling apart. The defensive play from Puha gets clipped. A bit of a walk back, the classic Cabal. Now, this game is not over, but that is one hell of a momentum stealer, if anything.
Uh-oh, counter hit too. Full screen meaty after the jump. Oh, and again, another counter hit.
The comeback!
Is that what it's going to start off?
Sonic Ninja needs to calm down, I think, after that one. Cannot allow himself to get tilted. That is a tilter, if anything, though. Meter spent, meter spent, meter spent. Here comes the fatal blow as well.
No, it's worse. Meter spent, meter spent, meter spent, minus fatal blow. Oh, dear. I would not want to be in Sonic Ninja's shoes right now, because you know that's a tilter. 100%. I've already seen countless comments in chat instantly of my pad would be out the window if that were me. I can see it.
I said it how it was, and now I'm saying it how it is. This could be the beginning of the end for our hero.
No, absolutely, yeah, taking time. cannot fault him for this at all.
Now, that's impressive. What is that Cabal hairline?
Not a flattering one.
It's like if like one of the ancient monks from like the UK, you know, like the people that built the monasteries and stuff.
Oh,
they've got that center point.
The guys that lost the matchup to King Henry VIII.
They did. They did 100% lose that matchup.
Round 1, fight.
Ooh. Wake up forward jump coming out of Puha. Oh, an instant. To be honest, though, if there's one time to get hit by that crushing blow that isn't going to be too impactful, right at the start of the game when you're both got loads of health, it's probably fine.
Restand, boys.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh, Michael Duck. Puha, it's time to wake up, and waking up he shall.
He has the same hairline in Young Cabal.
Yeah, what are you talking about? In Human, it's the same. Trying to put me on blast. By the way, Puha is absolutely bringing this back.
Round 2.
This is how it begins.
Off the back of how that game 3 ended. This is the beginning of the end if you're in Sonic Ninja's shoes. Has to do what he can to try and turn it around. Oh, looking for the back one again. Always looks for it, especially when he's in the corner. We did see that come through.
Oh, the interruption.
Oh!
Oh! What? He actually tried to convert off that. That would have been sick.
If he converted off that, that would have been ridiculous, man. Uh-oh. Okay. Here's Jackie. Breakaway. Potentially the last breakaway that Sonic Ninja is going to have access to.
The tag into the fatal blow.
Honestly, I can't help but think that he was waiting for... I can't help but think he was waiting for like the low. He must have been expecting a low there. Potential reverse 3-0 from Puha. Winners finals. This isn't even for top 8. Sorry, this is a winners finals matchup. Just FYI.
Yeah, this is just to get out of pools. This is to get into winners top 16. We are far away from the end.
I'm actually really worried for Sonic Ninja now. I will be honest.
I mean, he has to untilt 100%. This is definitely tilted play after that initial comeback.
Jackie Briggs, Cabal. Koval's Coliseum.
Right, let's look at the stream queue and what time we're on. Right.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah, don't mind us, guys. Just quickly chatting with admins.
Right, there we go. Right, game 5. Are we going to see Puha clutch out this comeback? Or is Sonic Ninja going to be able to stabilize this? He went up a dominant 2 games in a round, but on the back of a big ballsy play from Puha, yeah, the momentum has just not stopped rolling. Oh, input error. Oh, wake up jump back attempt from Puha.
Don't mind me for a real quick, guys. I'm just quickly checking out something that I've got update.
Oh, and the
Might be
meaty
absent
again.
for a few seconds.
Oh no, didn't get the end. Crushing blow missed. But you can tell Puha, look at him. He is fishing for something big. He has that fatal blow. Oh, the hit! And no messing around. An instant fatal blow. Sonic Ninja didn't have a lot of bar to work with. Whether he could have killed without using this, who knows? You know, Puha had the breakaway. Yes, did. And that's going to be a little bit of breathing room.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, wow. I almost looked like he could convert from there. These instant jump saws are doing so much for just covering that neutral, though. You can see one thing that Puha hasn't really been able to do at all is the leap. Neutral leap has been completely shut down by this air saw blade game of Sonic Ninja. The crushing blow comes through again. No defensive bar. Plus frames get respected again. Oh, and the whiff punish! And there's the crushing blow. Is this going to be enough? Keeps
I'm
it
sorry
simple.
that I'm missing this hype
He can
moment,
kill
guys.
with
I'll
this.
be back soon. He's
He
dead,
can kill.
surely.
He's dead. Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. No 3-0 comeback, apparently.
Damn, that sucks for Puha. That was an absolute monster of momentum he was building, but Sonic Ninja kept it together in that last game. It's going to work out 3-2, another game 5 we found ourselves. Sonic Ninja winning his pool. You know that's a win. Considering how Sonic Ninja has been playing these last couple of weeks, that has actually happened to him quite a lot, where he is like this close to taking out a big opponent, but then just at the last hurdle seemed to kind of choke it. That was so close to happening again. You know Sonic Ninja is going to be relieved to be out of the way with that and move on. But of course, Puha still in the tournament, just in the lower bracket now. We have taken a couple of games out of the stream queue, guys, just to have time, as Javier and Flet have officially been waiting for 70 minutes for the stream game, because they got to their winners finals really soon. So Javier and Flet, you guys are ready to play. These guys have actually had to wait a long time, so let's get this game out of the way now so they can move on. Alright, Flet and MK, Javier, MK are ready to play. So Flet here. Again, so sorry for the wait, guys. It just, for some reason today, all the matches seem to just like breeze through to winners finals like at the same time. Right. King of the Hill, competitive, casual. There we go. You got an invite, Ryan?
I do. I've just accepted it. Sorry. I'm just quickly finishing up.
Right. Okay. Right. Flet's here. Themata, thank you for the gifted sub to Anasian. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Right. You're in. Can you AFK, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not quite open yet.
Yeah, this is a good day for Cabal so far.
It's been a good few days for Cabal, I think.
Alright, Flet's player 1. Man, I keep saying I'm going to get that software that lets me do this easier, but I never do.
The Joker. Scorpion.
Actually, which character is Javier? Oh, okay, he's going in with the Scorpion pick. Cool, cool, cool.
I mean, this is his character. I'd be very surprised to see him pick anything else. Ninja Killer got gifted like 600 subs by Sonic. That's not a huge surprise, really.
Round 1. Fight.
Yo, shout out to that Scorpion skin. So cool.
It looks really good. Right, so remember again, this is also to make it into Winners Top 16.
Winners finals of the pool, boys and girls. Right. Sorry, I had to quickly go make something live because I'd forgotten to do it this morning. The latest addition to Friday Night Fights should be on YouTube now. I think we are good to rock and roll. You guys want to know what's mad? We are 200 subscribers away from breaking 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. How insane is that?
And 400 followers away from 50k on Twitch. We had no idea these numbers were getting so considerable at the same time. It's actually kind of mad.
Round 2.
Well, that's why we're both putting equal effort into each one, right? For those that don't know, I do the YouTube and Jake does the Twitch. We occasionally partake on either side, but that's where our priorities are these days with the kind of freelance content life. But as we can go back into this match now, Javier has taken the first round and the micro duck. Okay, big damage. And by the time Flet's even able to break, he's taken over 20% damage. That's going to be not a good look when he's this low down already. Uh-oh, crushing blow. Even without meter, that spear's going to do a chunk.
This people say, how do you get the Scorpion skin? It was a Combat League reward. I don't exactly know what rank you had to get to, but I know it was a Combat League skin.
Looks like one of the Sorcerer ones, perhaps.
Thanks a lot,
Not
Fabs.
the
I appreciate
one,
it.
but...
Oh, big hit. No! Flet dropped the combo. Yeah, hate to see it.
However, in the time it takes for him to get more damage, the Fatal Blow will come back, so we might be able to see another cancel. And this is Showstopper. Good tech. Very good tech. Oh! Okay. He's going to get it. Has to optimize, though. So now, keeps the shades. Knockdown pressure into Fatal Blow cancel. This could be a full life comeback. Pressure.
Oh,
wow!
no! It would have been if
He
it
just
weren't
pressed.
for that pesky down one.
Man, that Scorpion really does look sick, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does. Dude, some of the Combat League skins look really good. I still, to this day, you know the Sub-Zero one? Like the gray... The gray one that has like the yellow ice? Don't make the obvious joke. But that looks sick. I really like that one.
It's not Hydro. This doesn't look anything like Hydro. Hydro's
Also,
blue.
The Kano skins, the Quan Chi Kano Combat League skin was pretty sick.
The Baraka one is the best of those for me.
Oh, the Baraka one is awesome.
I did like the Baraka one most. Hydro's not green.
Damn, Massive Strike has been a good tournament series for the Combat League Scorpion style.
I know, right?
Yeah, like Mercer and Javier. Mirko as well. Like, this kind of crazy, almost like rabid Scorpion, you know what I mean? Rabid Reborn.
Round 1. Fight.
You had a dream last week after the stream that you said poop in chat and got banned. We can make your dream a reality if you want. You type it, I'll ban you right now. They say dreams don't come true. We can prove it wrong, my dude.
Dreams don't come true, but they do when you say poo.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa, bro. Ooh, clean. We gonna see the crushing blow? We do. And they exceed that damage over time, ticking at the same time as chip damage to follow up, is always really... It's a very uncomfortable situation to be in, especially when you're like lower on life.
Fight.
Especially with the name of the game for Scorpion are these staggers. Not the greatest staggers in the game, but they can be effective. I feel like to stagger with Scorpion, you just have to make some big reads, right? It's not about what you are actually guaranteed, it's about what you think they're going to do in response.
Wake up
Sonic,
to
Sonic Ninja did win the set, yes, it was 3-2. Clutched it out in the end. That was close. Buho was very close to making the full comeback.
You almost thought there might have been an empty jump low coming through there, but not quite. Flet. As long as he can keep a lid on Javier. Historically, the hardest thing to do against a reborn Scorpion is kind of put a lid on that playstyle. It can be so tricky to stop a Scorpion from just being this, you know, a million miles an hour.
Plus frames again. Ooh, now you can get away with disrespecting force ball advantage mid-screen, but in the corner, you really have to watch out for that down 4. There we go. But that's a crushing blow. Oh, and a perfectly timed meaty. And Javier spends the other bar for the corner's positioning. That was super swift. And escape failed. Uh-oh.
Bad news.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this has gone from bad to worse for Flet very quickly. But Flet, he has that. Ooh, actual punish. But he has the dash cancel. We're going to see it. There it is. On the weight, Flet doesn't have the defensive bar, and Javier is going to go up 2-0. I love the way he played around that. Like, it was obvious that Flet was going to fish for the dash cancel, and it wasn't really in a position to stop him. It was just knowing it's coming and making the read after. And we saw Flet, he went for the dash cancel off the fatal blow, went for a down 1 just to jail something, and Javier just was blocking. So Flet effectively just used this entire fatal blow for a down 1 on block.
Javier had to defeat Dizzy first, and now he's going up against Flet. This is quite the tournament for him, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, we could definitely see it.
Scorpion. Johnny
Now
Cage.
Flet is rocking in the showstopper all the same. Top 16 winners side would be great. 1 game away from top 8 after that. Man, I love that skin. Even the little scorpion spear he's got. Doesn't look very practical. Looks kind of flimsy, but looks sick. Did Javier beat Dizzy? According to the bracket, apparently.
Yes,
From what I've heard.
He did in the bracket. It was 3. Was it 3-1? Let me check. I'll have a look.
99. Round 1. Fight.
He did. It was 3-1. Dizzy was playing Liu Kang. But Javier was actually set as a Joker in that game, so I wonder if Javier was playing Joker. According to Smash GG, he was.
Javier is going to lay on the pressure almost immediately again. Sticking out the back 1 string, though. He's going to get whiff punished for it. One thing Johnny Cage does so good. That forward 3 is a crispy whiff punish, especially in Showstopper. He's going to get clipped by Scorpion's forward 4. That longer low. He can really catch the best of us, I think. Crushing blow. Damage over time. Flet. Ounces of pressure. Javier probably expecting a wake up, I think, to just sit there and block and wait. But the jump. Oh, they trade. That would have been a late teleport. The teleport cancel. Cheeky man. Flet. Last lifeline in this first round.
And there we go. Match point on the back of a cancel.
Your flesh will melt. Round
I feel like
2.
Scorpion's trash talk just doesn't sound right.
What do you mean?
I mean, it doesn't. It's not very convincing.
Oh!
I don't get the vibe that he truly means what he says.
He sounds too nice.
Oh, punish! Javier getting a little bit too comfortable.
Oh my god.
Oh, no bar to
If
extend,
only, yeah, if only it was like half a second earlier, that would have done so much damage. The 2-1-2 crushing blows already been used up, and yeah, there's a bit of a shame with the 2-1-2 that doesn't really add much damage to the combo. It is just to give that combo a damage over time effect. That's the only purpose it serves, really, but it can be enough if the opponent's weak. Flet, pressuring in the corner. Back-to-back buttons, expecting Javier to press, and he's going to try and jump out. Now the 1-2-1 doesn't hit its mark. The grab's going to be good, at least. Fatal blows in play, though, for Javier. So,
Oh, and he made that big.
read,
See,
hard
Javier
read.
still
Yep.
just waking up with a crouch is such a message to send.
Final
When you
Big
have this
balls.
much of a safety net, right? You've got the round, you've got the 2 games, but that was a straight up punish on that air teleport.
Flet's ready for it. That's the bottom line. I do wonder if he's kind of reached that next level. They trade down ones back to back. Oh, dear.
Okay, this could
Oh,
be
dear.
Flet's way back in. The breakaway is gone. He's got a half-life lead. Okay. Oh, a little bit too early on that jump over from Javier. Oh!
Poke all day, every day, man.
I mean, this is going to be
You
a
have to
comeback.
make that.
This is going to be a comeback and a half. He has less than throw health here, and that chip is only going to add up more. As soon as Flet gets the bar, my God, he just let it rip. A raw teleport. Oh, that's still the throw escape. That was so important for Flet.
He can't afford to throw a spear now because a trade on the force ball will kill. Risky business doing that.
He doesn't have to worry about full
But
screen
Flet-
chip though, because force balls
Well,
are
Flet
double
also,
high.
but Flet also knows that he has to worry about the teleport, so he's not going to be totally free to throw projectiles because 1 random teleport from Javier. I think the force balls are a bit too slow to react, fast to react to. Sorry.
Oh, and
yeah,
there
just
we
wait
go.
for the down. I
Down
like
4.
it. Patience, patience.
Johnny Cage wins.
An important game for Flet to take, and it was pretty convincing as well. The good thing is it got a lot slower the later that match went on. So a player like Javier, that obviously is very explosive, very momentum based, being able to slow them down for that long and then winning the game means that you've kind of put the ice on them a little bit. Going into the next game, will we see it work out? Oh, and there it is. So it was Joker we saw earlier on in this Smash GG.
Johnny Cage.
But he's going for Cage.
Oh, did he go? Wait, what?
The Joker.
Or whatever's happening. He's
Oh
given it-
no, he's realized that Flet has changed variation. Yeah, he realized that Flet accidentally changed to outtake. That was actually a good pickup from Javier, because if we'd have gone into the game, that would have had to be a default game loss for Flet.
Shaolin trap dunk.
Unless, I mean, he's a play. Yeah.
You know, that was
yeah.
no, that was actually super polite from Javier, because Javier realized that Flet had picked outtake instead of showstopper. If we'd have loaded into this game as outtake, Flet would have lost the set by default, because that would have been picking the wrong character.
Good guy, Javier.
Yeah, Javier just let him know. He literally just let him know. You know, hang on, dude, wrong variation. He could have taken that for free. That was a good guy, Javier, right there.
But he is rocking the Clown Prince variation, so it's going to be projectiles. I actually quite like, you know, the low shot, loads of unbreakable damage. And, of course, being able to low profile those force balls, which is good too. We'll see how this one works out, but I am curious to see if we can get that unbreakable damage on deck. Javier, very button heavy as Joker. All three of his variations are sick. Wow, just enforces it.
Clown Prince really has just become the Joker variation. That if you like Universal Joker but don't want to play over like the set play of the boxes, then this is the variation you want, because it's just standard Joker with some good moves added.
Instant wake up jump. That's the hardest reads from Flet. Mix. Oh, he goes to the Forbidden Well one too many times with that one. Here comes Flet. Fatal blows in play, and here comes the cancel pressure. Grab. He can afford to hold it, so I actually quite like the choice for Javier to hold the grab. Massive whip. Oh,
the instant interruption. Now that's something that a lot of people don't do as much versus Joker, is interrupting those dash cancels. I know it's hard to assume he's not going to be plus a lot of the time, but Flet still with a call out.
And that is why Clown Prince is going to potentially help in this matchup, because you can go directly underneath it.
Oh, you hate to see it.
He did not want that. Actually, that's quite a costly mistake, because now he's in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he can't survive. 1, 2, 1. Oh no, we just go massive damage. I wonder why he didn't do the 1, 2, 1 first. I wonder if that combo dropped.
Maybe he just didn't want to risk dropping it. Yeah, guys, if you're trying to contact an admin, please do it through Smash GG or Discord. That's what they're there for. Doing it in Twitch chat is a very easy way for it to get missed.
Match point for Javier. Clown Prince.
Still, though,
he's only just built his defensive bars,
yeah, but this
by
is
the
one
way.
This is one of those make or break rounds, though, because it's match point for Javier or evened up. This is a big kind of like mental round to lose. You know, when you're one round away from it and then it ends up getting tied up, that is a big, just demoralizing hit.
I love the zoning, actually, from Javier. Doing a good job.
Oh, you know Flet tried to whiff punish, but didn't expect the full string to come out. Damn, this keep away. Chip damage for days.
You have to flawless block that first hit to deny the rest of the chip.
It's like, what, 2% a time, I think? 2% every bullet?
It's a lot. But you can avoid it by flawless blocking it, so it's not busted.
Uh-oh. And on a read, you can actually jump over it and get a full screen punish. But when you're this low on life for Flet, that's dangerous. Hang on a minute. Speaking of low, oh, and another one sticks out! Wake up forward 1 and it connected to 20%.
Whiffing the grab from full screen. I wonder if he's a little bit nervous, you know, because he's so close to defeating Flet. Instant jump. Look at the buttons.
Oh,
man.
whoa. He's got a defensive bar.
Oh, God.
Is he dead?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Restand.
Oh, the comeback. The Johnny Cage.
That's a choke right there. Javier with a massive, massive choke. The second he was like so close to winning the round, he's whiffing grabs from full screen. He's sticking out down ones. You could tell before that round ended, in his head, he's like, wait a minute, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And then his hands just stopped obeying his brain. We've all been there. We've all been there. Nah, you can say robbed in chat, guys, but that shouldn't have happened. Javier was just whiffing way too many buttons there.
No, that was Javier's game to lose, 100%. Flet made the comeback, but think about it. It was with the health that Javier had left, off of memory. I can't remember the exact amounts. He would have survived a throw. He got opened up by the 1-2 auto shimmy after a restand. Flet could have cashed out for a bit of damage, but he wanted to restand. The restand was a bit riskier because the restand wasn't throw kill life. If he went for a full combo, it would have been a meaty, you know, button or throw read. Flet went for the restand, which made the throw not a killable option. Yet Javier still got opened up by it. That was a pretty vanilla Johnny Cage comeback, but it was the right mindset from Flet. Javier 100% got overwhelmed and had a mammoth lead. That was absolutely Javier's game to lose, and unfortunately he lost it. Can he bring this back, as he is forced into this game 5 now?
I'm a lot worried about the fact that Flet, like, there's no getting around the fact that he's the one holding all this momentum now, and I know Javier might be a little bit tight after how that last round went down, but Flet is just going to be a little bit more kind of mentally there for this. And he's the one riding the momentum. He does get a big whiff there, though. That's going to at least give us Bird Boy beatdown crushing blow towards.
Incorrect confirmed from Flet. He got the jump out forward 3-4, but went for the camera instead of rising, you know, the uppercut or, you know, just the universal flip or the shadow kick.
Oh, dear. Oh, the pressure held from Flet.
Oh,
the up three. Nah, I mean, Jay, I don't know, man. I think this is over. I honestly think this is over after that. Flet's just playing so good.
I think it depends on how much Javier can deal with it. Because right now, and stuff like
man,
that, right?
he's
Big
whiffing.
whiffs.
Jake, he's whiffing.
No, but he's whiffing because he wants to find his way back into it, right? Because if you were to get, like, one way of stealing momentum back with Joker is going for one of his many amazing crushing blows and forcing a breakaway. But isn't really finding the opportunity to do it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Jake,
Yeah, this is definitely looking bleak. This is looking bleak.
Exactly what I was worried about after the way that
micro duck! No, the micro duck!
So little you didn't even see it. Rub him up the cactus. Oh, God. That
Damn,
is
Flet with
a
a
heartbreaker.
What is up with these reverse 3-2, like 3-0s today? Is reverse 3-0s or like game 5s forced the absolute tooth and nail? We're seeing it so many times. My good lord. Flet is going to be earning his way into top 16 winners with a fierce game 5. Good lord. Right, and that means our last game to decide winners top 16 is going to be Foxy Grandpa versus Fabs. So let's see what's going to happen here. I actually haven't seen Fabs play in a long time. Is he still playing mainly Cassie?
Who?
Fabs.
Oh man, I have no idea.
We saw him playing a lot. He actually had quite a gauntlet of a losers run at Kelwick Throwdown this year. All right, as soon as you're out of the hill, I'll get you invited.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is there a player called Denisoid watching? Apparently, there's a lot of wait for a player called Denisoid.
I mean, if someone takes absolutely forever and ignores, then DQs exist.
Right.
Do you miss armored special moves?
But before you answer this, Ryan, Denisoid,
yeah,
if you are in chat, you need to respond to Mercer immediately because you've been keeping him waiting for a long time, apparently. And you will be DQ'd, unfortunately, if you do not respond. Admins are trying to contact as well. Yo, Chamboss knocked out Nivek, really? Oh, shit. Takunin, boys. Alright. Fabs, are you? There you are. You are. Hell yeah. FGC Manly, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my dude. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Takunin. Thank you for using that here. Right. Okay, I think this is the last winners finals, I believe. At least it should be. You've never lost in bracket with Cassie. Have you ever played in bracket with Cassie? Ryan AFK.
Fabs has been quite vocally excited for this matchup in chat.
Alright. Tournament. Damn, Flet. I still can't believe Flet got that reverse 3-0. That was looking so dominant. Alright, and here comes PXP, a Foxy Gram. I'm gonna put it all in one word. All in one word. No, I'm not. There we go. He needs to hold block and not get hit at the same time. Yeah, that's how you beat Foxy. You just hack the game so you can block and tech throws at the same time.
Cassie Cage.
Yeah, someone asked you about armor and then I had to interrupt you to talk about player.
Oh, and someone just said, do you miss Armored from being able to get around zoning? I mean, the reality is, man, like most fighting games with zoning doesn't have like full screen armor in it. Like a lot of NetherRealm games and NetherRealm players are kind of blessed to have buttons that are like one button or one special moves that can just negate zoning entirely. So I mean, like armor, it's good and bad, right? MKX had too much armor for my liking. Even the final version of the game had a lot of armor in it that you could just, some of the most aggressive rushdown pressure-based characters in the game had armor they could just use to say, get off me, and you have to hold it. And a lot of it was safe by the end too, so it's like, you know, quite, almost like greedy. Characters were quite greedy with their armor, which I didn't like.
Now here's where it can get interesting. You'll notice that Fabs has gone for Yas Queen. I actually don't know what variation he primarily plays. I'm sure it's mainly Digital Soldier. You cannot run Digital Soldier into someone that plays Shang Tsung, because Warlock absolutely just decimates Digital Soldier. So regardless as whether Foxy was planning on doing Shang or not here, I feel like you just can't risk the pick of Digital Soldier in case Foxy just decides to pick it, because that is a bad matchup.
Foxy with that hat tricks, he's been playing so much hat tricks lately. Good throw escape.
Oh,
wow, that was not a punish. Foxy just pressed.
Is that an overhead? It actually looked like he crouch blocked.
No, I think he crouch blocked.
Oh, he's alive.
Hang on, it's not over.
Oh, it punished! It punished the roll from that far. Oh no! Imagine getting grabbed. Why don't you just not get grabbed? I know. It's so easy. Just don't get grabbed, bro.
It's so easy because you can just. I mean, look. The answer's for the grab. You can duck. You can throw tech. You can micro crouch. Look, see, he's doing. See,
Foxy, just don't get hit by the grab,
amateur mistake. Amateur mistake, bro.
Beginner mistake.
Oh, he pressed. This is dangerous because now we can grab or throw.
Damn! Just don't get grabbed, Foxy. What are you doing?
That's definitely getting into the account that Foxy's totally happy.
I can't believe Fabs would spam grabs like this against Foxy.
Foxy just
did
two
no honor?
Grab. I'd like to actually refer back to the chat last week when Derpy was playing. Someone said, "You can tell this isn't Foxy. Foxy doesn't just dash up grab like that." That's exactly what Foxy just did, and he ate shit for it.
Oh, whiff! Oh, we still alive. Oh no! Oh no! Confirm. Foxy missed it with the back throw. After all that time. Oh! No! The input error!
The joke!
Oh, the input error into the brutal for Foxy.
You know Foxy's sitting there right now going,
oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's a strong 2. That's a strong 2 right there. Oh man, he tried to shoulder it so hard.
Alright, 1-0 now for the grab spammer himself. Or throw spammer, I apologize, it's throw spammer.
There's always something really nice, though, about watching Foxy go back to Kung Lao, though, isn't there?
I mean, it's just right. You know what I mean? It always brings me back to, you know that Kung Lao is Foxy's favorite Mortal Kombat character. When we first came onto the scene, Foxy, we saw Foxy on Neo Empire, which was a UK fighting game scene, like forum, where, you know, this is before Facebook was used en masse and Twitter and everything. And Foxy's account, his profile picture and like his signature on this forum was just pictures of Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat Conquest TV series.
But it was like some custom DeviantArt banner shit from like the long time ago, like garish purple.
It was so
background.
pixelated as well. I remember.
Pixelated, blurry picture of Kung Lao doing his like, you know, fighting pose.
That's a man with a genuine love for the character. If he's willing to accept Conquest Kung Lao, you know that love runs deep. Still though, this has been a textbook hat-tricks round.
Nah,
my goodness.
He's out to avenge. He's out to avenge Jen. That's what he's after. Redemption. I'm going to kill you, Kung Lao.
That Z-hat.
Okay.
Does anyone know even like what patch it was that the Z-hat change was made?
Because it was a stealth change, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a stealth buff. Oh, big change. Oh, the meaty. But the patience
was
again. Oh,
very
but punish.
cheeky. Fabs keeping on to his breakaway. Really needs it, and I love it. Just about builds the amplify. Knocked down now.
Yeah, he's constantly opting to knock him down as well. I like that decision from Fabs. A lot of Cassies want to restand, but he just wants to knock him over and give him that opportunity to spend the bucks. Remember, the good thing about fighting someone like Z-Hat is, or Hat-Tricks, I should say, if you can get him to wake up, that's less Z-Hats he can cancel across the board. Because remember,
The shoulder charge, though, is going to make this Z-Hat a little bit less likely, and that's why Foxy's showing it a lot of respect from that kind of jump distance.
Ooh,
because
no punish.
Fabs has been able to establish the charge. Shout out to Darth Armor in chat. I see you there, buddy. Foxy, knocked down. Decent damage, too.
Z-Hat has changed, it's always been. No, apparently there was like a stealth buff where the Hat, after using Z-Hat, the Hat comes back faster or something like that.
Foxy was talking about it, but...
Yeah, I can't have it... I can't confirm it, because I don't know for sure, but I heard it was like a stealth buff that players were talking about.
Micro duck.
Ooh.
With good
Ooh.
read. Fabs. Here he comes.
Micro
Again!
duck.
He makes the read twice! He makes the read. Live and die by it, man, if you're going to go for the grab strike game. Sometimes they're just going to get the right guess on it. I like it. I actually like the confidence from Fabs to be able to do that too.
I mean, the thing is, right, that is actually something you really have to do when you play against someone like Foxy, because Foxy doesn't tilt, Foxy doesn't crumble under pressure, he doesn't fear any player, right? He plays very calm, just very... The way we know Foxy, right? But he will not stop doing what he wants to enforce. And when he plays Lao, it is like ruthless strike throw. Like, he will force that on you the entire game if he can.
I mean, it's for better or worse, isn't it?
No, but that's the thing. And he's willing to accept that, I mean, throws can be punished heavily in this game if you make the read. You need to be willing to make those kind of decisions. You need to read, he's going to throw here, he's going to mid here. Because if you're indecisive and you're a bit wishy-washy about it, he will steamroll you. Because you will accidentally avoid one or the other, or you will avoid one or the other, but you'll be so unconfident in your decision that you won't punish it properly, which he will notice, and he will enforce it more because of it. You need to be able to have that bravery to make those decisions, and be able to punish him as much as you can, because you know he's not going to stop. So you can't show him that kind of weakness.
Fabs has got the knowledge too to flawless block that first Hat of Z-Hat. It does shut down the chip considerably. He did do that almost immediately. Oh, he tried to flawless block. Oh no!
There's a trip guard because he whiffed an attack. There was those extra recovery frames on the ground.
Foxy's going to take that grab, get him out of the corner. Now back to this game. Fabs. He's showing that he's got the execution, like to get that reversal punish on the straight Hat. So Foxy has more pressure on him to get the Z-Hats, but they're more vulnerable to a charge before it even comes out. So there's a bit of an interesting mind game here.
But the charge is only safe from absolute like tip range. But there's the patience Fabs. No punish again.
I know this could sound really dumb. Fabs is doing a really good job of guessing right here. Like, I'm really impressed. There's a lot of
sometimes you've just got to say it. Damn, he's guessing right a lot. Oh, there we go. Fatal blow.
Nice. But actually, look at it. The reason I say that is because if you look at how many situations Foxy's enforcing either or option, Fabs guessing right shuts down the whole momentum. Like, it's returning us back to a neutral that he's really comfortable in. I do wonder what Foxy's going to do here instead. Oh,
another micro duck.
He's guessing right every time.
Well, but that's the progression of it, right? Oh, hang on a minute, though. That's a punish on the roll. Now, Fabs, he starved on that defensive bar, but... Oh, hang on a minute.
Uh-oh.
And that was a counter hit, too. No, Fabs was pressing.
Oh, no. A little bit too eager. And now that's going to be the round over. But I got to say, man, Fabs, he's actually playing this whole matchup. Like, he's playing the Foxy matchup here. And he's playing it damn well. Thank you very much, Caboose, for the 15-month sub. Welcome back,
mate. Thank you.
Yeah, Fabs isn't really whiffing enough to make that advancing forward to counter hit a ball at all, really, actually.
Look at that chip damage. Just machine gun up, dude. That is insane. Oh, and there's another hit.
And he's happy to just walk back, keep this life lead if Fabs does whiff. Crushing blow central for the forward two that Foxy's been looking for. The dash, ooh, a little bit too far away. Bad spacing there from Foxy.
A wake up jump. Oh, but a very, very Questionable drop from Foxy there.
I mean, I think it was a forward one that was a standing one. Like, that's all that was.
Oh no! But he managed to salvage.
Messy end, but Foxy, I think because he normally gets the jump in, jump 3, he does forward 1 into spin pretty much every time for consistency, and that was a standing one. It must have been a missed forward 1, but could have been much more punishing than it was. 2-1 here for Foxy. Fab's, gotta say it, man, he's making them work for it though. I'm really impressed.
No, he's playing well. It's just you have to stick to it the whole time, right? It's dangerous. Being on the receiving end of this kind of playstyle in tournament, it is stressful.
I've been thinking about it, and I think you guys spam commentary as well.
I know, we commentate too much. I need to do. We need to do less massive strikes. We should have done anything.
I'm actually really upset. I'm actually starting to get kind of sad that this is the final.
I've been thinking the same thing. It feels like we only just started it. We're almost at the end, almost.
Yeah, it's already almost over, isn't it? This is the final qualifier.
I mean, next week is an 8-man double in bracket. It's probably going to take like 4 hours.
Oh yeah, we still have one more week to go. It's just, this open bracket tournament. Season 2, we can say right now, Warp, that we don't know. Yeah. It's an unpredictable year.
Just watch this space. Watch this space.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, next week Aftermath comes out the day after. Like, we got so lucky with scheduling. I was actually worried. Like when I saw that Aftermath was coming out May 20 something, I was like, oh no. Are we the same day? And then it turns out it's literally right after. Now Foxy, he has never punished 1-1-1 on block, and that is it's -9, right? So -8 or 8 frame standing buttons will punish it.
Wouldn't Kung Lao standing 1 punish that?
I imagine so, but if Foxy has never done it, I wonder if he does.
Okay, yeah, -8.
Okay, it is -8. Oh, so you need 7 frame standing buttons. I guess Kung Lao doesn't have a 7 frame standing button.
By the way, Fab's taking a comfortable round again through his just hard dedication. They're playing, and that's why Foxy enforces a lot more 1-2-1s now, more than the forward 4, because it's less kind of crazy minus, I suppose, in these situations, and also the fact that it's that kind of built-in option select, 1-2-1. On block, nothing happens. On hit, you get the whole string. And he's looking for it again. Like, he's enforcing that so much more than he did before. Fab's getting opened up by it. Here comes the hat. Flawless block, though, so reduced chip. Oh.
Oh, we got to dash up throw.
He's expecting Fabs to show a lot more respect than he actually is. And again, Fabs, the hard read. He's like, they're both really approaching this matchup as a do or die. For better or worse, they're sticking to one decision, and that's it. Match point for Foxy, but Fabs, I would not be surprised if he can take this round too, because ultimately, it's going to be down who guesses right. That's all there is to it. He is getting obliterated by the 1-2-1, though.
No, but that's the next layer to it, right? If you are that confident in looking for strike or grab, that's where auto shimmies start to really throw a spanner in the works. Because it's not just button or grab, because then you have a button that makes you feel like it's a grab. That's the next layer.
The backup! Hang on, he gets it!
Oh, catch the jump out, but not enough.
He actually grabs at last. Fatal blows in play. Fabs only needs a little bit more life, Foxy. Oh no, the Hail Mary, what? He sticks out the whole string.
That's going to take us to game 5. Fabs playing this really well. Now we have to see if he can clutch it out and finish the set. Because like you said, like the rounds he's taking are convincing. It's just a question of keeping it. Now, what will Foxy do? I actually wonder if we're going to see Foxy run Kung Lao all day, or if we are going to see him change to the Shang.
Fab's actually saying it in chat that he's aware about Lao's inability to really punish 1-1-1.
I did assume that it must be safe to Lao then, because surely Foxy would have punished it by now if Lao could have done it. I wasn't sure if a 1-1-1 was -8 or -9, because I know a lot of characters can punish it now. I mean, it's technically always been unsafe, but like -8 moves are way easier to punish now than ever before, thanks to that block stun, buffer change.
It's not even coming down to just that though. Like I gotta respect how like almost Fabs is approaching the Foxy style where he's just dedicated, man. Like he's like, right, I think this is gonna happen. I'm gonna just hold down, or I'm gonna micro duck, or I'm gonna sit and block. Like he's so right. Like he's on the money like almost 80% of the time.
I don't have a game 5 button. My stream deck lets me do this. It's not quite the same.
Foxy putting a lot more focus on this 1-2-1 now because he just wants to have the extra layer that forward 4 doesn't quite get access to. The reposition grab. Foxy going in with the 1-2-1 again, but when he's minus, he's got to watch out. If Fabs guesses right on the 1-2, Foxy's still going to be minus.
That was a counter hit. He was pressing.
Forward 1-2. That cancel into forward 4 has never worked. The entire series, it has not worked. Match point for Foxy, but Fabs, he's playing well. We could go into a final round situation here for sure.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, he tries to whip. Hang on. Confirm.
Okay. That's not bad damage to get. That's like quarter life. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He pokes, and then he grabs. He pokes. He pokes. Fabs. I mean, you can tell he fears the grab so much more, but he gets the escape.
Oh, caught
Bad
on the way
trade.
down. That was actually a good trade for Foxy. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. You have to watch out. Oh, he tries to jump. Back to the hat-trick game. Flawless block to reduce chip. Love it.
Oh. No, no.
No.
No breakaway.
Fab.
This is
The
bad for
1-2-1.
Fabs. One more read. Oh, no.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
no.
Foxy, you dickhead.
That was such a rude thing to do at the end there.
Subscribe to my only grabs.
Oh my god. That was so rude.
Oh, that's a strong
Have you
two.
ever been so confident that they're going to throw you that you dashed up and crouched so... Oh, that's why Fabs did the uppercut, because he thought a throw was coming. But Foxy knew. He knew that he knew. So he knew to do the thing, you know?
Can we talk about how Foxy did that there? Of all times. Of all times,
Oh
he
my
could do
God.
the most BM, disrespectful Foxy thing.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Right, I think that means that we have top 16 ready to go winner's side. I don't think every single match is ready to go, but we can start winner's side top 16.
Can I quickly go make a cup of tea? Because
I
I'm
was
dying.
gonna ask the same thing. Do you guys mind if I throw you guys on a like a 5-minute intermission? We haven't got anything to throw to, so I can like. I've got audio sounds. I've got
Wait,
like.
I thought we had a be right back screen.
I do have a be right back screen. I've also got this.
Go down my leg!
You can't hear it, can you?
Wait, no, wait. Try again.
Go down my leg!
And this is my personal favorite, a real sound in Mortal Kombat 4. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
Play it again. Play it again
That's
before I
right.
set the tone.
That's when the bus
No,
leaves right as you're
no.
about to get on it.
No, Jake. What this is you're playing in tournament. It's game 5. It's match point both players. You're about to kill the Eternal Gyrus, and then he rewinds time, and then right as you go to press again, he fatal blows through it. Play the clip.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it, dude. It's guaranteed. Anyway, that does mean that our winner's top 16 is started, guys. So we're going to go on like a 5-minute break, make a cup of tea. But let's have a look. As we have... let's have a look. I want to go into the bracket. Right. So I don't think it's started yet. Right, hang on a second. I will... Okay, no, we do. So... Okay, the stream queue is updated for top 16. So these are all winner's side top 16 games. We have Foxy Grandpa versus Sonic Ninja. We have Mercer versus MK Azerbaijan. Quark versus Dat Pro Stunner. And Flet versus Cheap Eddie.
Bro, these matches are
These
so
matches
good.
are going to be sick, dude. These matches are actually going to be fire. Alright, guys. We're going to go to a quick 5-minute break. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to be back. We're going to make a quick cup of tea. And then top 16 will start. So, we'll see you guys in a few minutes' time. I will mute the Discord call. Muted. And I will mute my microphone. Right. I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.